All right, hello everybody. I believe we're live now. Welcome to Grand Finals LSUS 2025. I'm Sarah Johnson, Ask the Girls, and I will be casting alongside
Evan Reticle Wally.
And we also have with us who's doing the interviews, the pregame, postgame with us, and that would be Elliot.
Yes, hi guys. Favorite PC here. Here to do the more journalistic side of things. So here we are.
Oh my gosh, JJ's already in the chat. Hi JJ, welcome. Let's go Team Gold. Okay, well, I am super hyped for today's game. I've been waiting all week for this. I just keep thinking, I'm like, man, Wednesday is the day that Valorant's finally gonna win Grand Finals. It's been years that we've tried and we've made it to Grand Finals and not made it all the way there, but I feel it in my bones. Tonight is the night. So I am super hyped for this game coming up. How do you feel, Elliot?
I feel great. I think it's not going to be as easy of a victory as we think it's going to be. We'll talk about it more later. I'm on pins and needles, but I think Shreveport will take it all.
Absolutely. Yeah, the last Albright game that LSUS had was pretty close. LSUS won 2-1, which we'll talk about more later, but that is a little nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie, because I think, I could be wrong, but I think that Albright is the only team that was able to take a map and have a close third game for LSUS this season, who ended up going undefeated. So
yes, yep, in the in the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was watching part of the game earlier today, and I'm hoping that LSUS will go ahead and take Sunset as their first ban, because that was a really hard map for them. And so either I think LSUS is either super prepared to take Albright on Sunset, or that's going to be their first map ban to not play it at all whatsoever. So I think it'll be really cool to see where that comes into play.
Yeah, I just don't want to see Corrode. It's it's 100% win rate, but that was a little not close per se, but like Shreveport's armor was like finally off, and it's just like no, we need the plot armor. We need as much plot armor as we possibly need tonight.
Yeah, to recap a little bit, last week for semifinals, the first map that was played was Corrode, and LSUS for the first 6 rounds was 0-6, like got absolutely stomped on defense the first 6 rounds. And it was really scary to watch, because I was sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, we've gone undefeated all season, and now we're going to get to semifinals and get 13-0'd our first game. There's no way. Then LSUS came back to win, I think it was 7 in a row, and then they only dropped like 3 rounds on attack and absolutely stomped them the rest of the game. So it was a really interesting game last week. And then the second map that they played, it was Haven. LSUS is good at Haven. They just ran circles around the other team. And it was a 13-1 score, by the way, for Haven, for LSUS for semifinals. Very good.
Yeah, Evan, how are you feeling about this game today, seeing as you are a former coach? I don't know how many of your former teammates are on this roster, but how are you feeling?
I'm excited. I know a couple of the guys on the LSU team. I'm excited for both them and the opposing team. I mean, they've been working this entire season. This is the culmination of that. I'm really excited to see what they have in store. Like we said, we had a hard time on Sunset, and I know Corrode's been close. I honestly want to see them come in with those maps prepared, with the other team thinking that they don't. Like I said, I'm really excited to see what these teams bring tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we currently have KP and Ellie both, who Evan was the coach of for the time that he coached here. And so they're still continuing on. And this is also their last semester at LSUS. So both of them graduate next month. So this is their last chance to I mean, if they went for like a graduate degree at LSUS, they'd keep playing, but like most likely this is their last chance to get a grand finals title as an LSUS student. So I absolutely wish the best for them. And then we also have Zach, who just transferred back this semester. I think Zach's a junior, but was on our very first semester's team for LSUS Valorant. Yeah, and so Zach will have a few other semesters left here with LSUS, but yeah, this will be Ellie and KP's last semester as undergrad students.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about them a little bit more later because they have a certain record that I hinted at last week, but we will certainly be going over that today. And we also have Darius, club president, a newer athlete. He's been competing with us for about a year now. And then we have Eisen, my favorite person on the team. Very first semester at the school, I believe, and the very first semester competing with us. So the sky's the limit for the two of them for sure. But this is definitely KP and Ellie's last dance, and I'm really looking forward to see how they do against Albright.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we've got probably about 10 minutes left for the game. So do you want me to go ahead and pull up the slideshow to go through real quick?
Yes, we got a lot of ground to cover before we actually talk about our match. Let me know when you're full screen, Sarah.
Yes. I think I'm
Let me
just
know
gonna
when
hide our.
you're moved. Yeah, let me know when you're like you and Evan are in like a good spot
Yeah, we're
on
good.
the screen. Okay. Let me get my Canva up. Also, if you're joining us from the watch party, hello and thank you so much for being here today to be with our team throughout this entire grand final. But we have some recapping to do because yesterday was our Rocket League team's grand finals. This happened yesterday. They're the first non-Riot Riot game team to do so, and this grand finals it completely blew my mind. Like, for example, Form, one of their players, he is the first athlete here to deadlift a perfect game, and that was on game one. He literally scored the only 5 goals that entire time. Like, Sarah, this is something I have never seen before from any athlete here. This is literally a new ceiling I never thought we would ever reach.
This is extremely impressive.
Yeah, sorry. No, that's really really amazing, and it's so exciting for LSUS.
Yeah, and then moving forward in the game, games 2, 3, and 4, all 3 of those games went into overtime, but unfortunately, Tamiyu, they ran away with the series in game 5. So it was a very close affair for both teams. It's kind of similar to Valorant storyline right now with Albright being their only competition basically in the entire conference. This was their rival, LSUS Rocket League and Tamiyu. But I actually interviewed Form today after that performance, and I told him about the perfect deadlift and how that's just such a record. And he told me, "quote It was cool at first, but we didn't win and/or I didn't keep that same performance all series, so it didn't matter much. I'm positive second semester though I'm not losing again." And so we love a good athlete with a lot of humility and his heart and someone eager to run it back this spring. You can watch the whole grand finals at twitch.tv/VRY_VAN, and we will move that VOD to our YouTube at some point. Did y'all watch the game yet or not yet?
The Rocket League game?
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to watch it because of work and everything. But I do definitely want to go back and watch it, especially since you told me like how good a game it was.
Yeah, it's a few spoilers, but nothing too big. Y'all have to see all the action that happened in that game. And I'm ready to move on to the next slide when you are, Sarah.
Okay, we're there.
Okay, and so because we talked about Rocket League, let's talk about our team today because it's Valorant time. And just some of the achievements that I was able to find out over the course of the semester. So the first one, apparently someone did a 360 op no scope in week 1, allegedly. I don't know which player actually did it. There were no clips. This was before the replay patch, but they swear they did it. So I don't know. Who do y'all think pulled that off?
Oh, that definitely was Zach. Like there's no way that Zach's not the one that goes and tries to do that. And I don't doubt that it worked. Zach is always really, really good at predicting rotations and catching people off guard. And so I'm so sure there was a 3v1 happening and Zach just happened to be able to turn the corner, do a whole spin and catch somebody off guard.
Yeah, and then the next achievement is that they perfect gamed Cody College again. This happened in week 2, and just as a reminder, LSUS Esports Club, the very first perfect game was inaugural Valorant versus College in like week 7 of fall 2022. So we just did that again. That happened again.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, it's kind of a bittersweet thing for me thinking about that happening to a team because I was playing the semester that it happened the first time, and the people at Cody College were so sweet. And I I felt so bad because they were working really hard, but we were really trained in our site takes and stuff. And I don't remember what map it happened on, but we just really played super well that game. And so it felt good, but then also for to see another school that was really working hard, it's just what we did in that game they just couldn't combat against, you know.
Yeah, and then next one, we're gonna speed run this a little bit. So cemented the most one-sided rivalry in club history. We're 6-0 against Manchester. And Evan, I know you were definitely the coach whenever the teams were facing Manchester. So what do you think about that team?
I mean, the team put up a fight. I mean, LSUS was able to close it out, but I do remember that game, and I'm honestly extremely impressed to see that we have continued our undefeated streak against them. That is quite a feat.
Yes. Yes, and quite another feat is I talked about it in the semifinals. I'll just brush up again one more time. First recorded deadlift in club history with Darius's 19 kills and Zach's 20 kills against all 18 kills from Radford on split. Like I'm like having a like doing a deadlift. It's the hardest thing to do in any esport ever. Like this is absolutely nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I know y'all had mentioned like, oh, it was a deadlift, but I didn't actually do the math, and seeing it written on the screen is crazy. Yeah, Darius and Zach really popped off that game.
Yes, and then the last achievement, I mentioned it in the semifinals post game interview, but I wanted to set the record straight. I said I would do some math, and the math has been done. So the record for most playoff appearances is at 8. I thought it was 10, it was actually 8. And I said, oh, KP, you might beat her, but after doing all the math, all the counting, KP can only tie Ellie if Marvel Rivals competes in semifinals. He is the only athlete in the Valorant team to be in Marvel Rivals. I haven't heard any official updates from them on their season, but how it's going. But if they get to the playoffs, KP will officially match Ellie for that record.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, for a 4-year college degree, you know, you're there for 8 semesters, and so like to be able to make it to playoffs in at least one game every semester is amazing. Holy cow, good players.
Yep, and then on to the next slide. So here's where we talk about it's talking about 4-year degree. This is the 5-year anniversary of the club, and we have been to grand finals all 5 times. And I got to be honest, Sarah, I lied to you and Evan and like most of the club throughout my time here because everyone thinks that LSUS Valorant were our very first grand finalists. But how could that happen if they did it 3 times and the Rocket League did it just now? There has to be a 5th. And what I'm lying about, and I'll show the next slide, it was actually League of Legends.
Oh yeah.
League of Legends was our first ever grand finalists. It was not y'all, Sarah. It just wasn't.
Wow, that's crazy. You know, it's also crazy because do we currently have a league team that's actively playing this semester? Okay, yeah. So
Correct.
I know for a short amount of time, right after Valorant's team was created, we didn't have a League of Legends team. And so to hear that they made it to grand finals, like that's incredible. I'm so happy for them. Although in Valorant's defense, in fall of 2021, there was not a Valorant team. So that's the only reason that we wouldn't have made it to grand finals first. It's because the team didn't exist until 2022.
So this team, it was Gandy Hands, Rhino Jansen, Snoop Ninja, and Fire Claymore. They were in the TSM University Rookie Division playoffs. That was four years ago. But unfortunately, we got swept by Irvine Valley College. And so it was a very one-sided affair from what I remember, and it was a best of 1. So now we move on to the second grand final, one that I know you're familiar with, Sarah, because this was inaugural Valorant on November 30th, 2022. So 3 years ago. It was KP, it was Haley, it was Zach, it was Ellie, and it was you, Sarah. And I was only able to get the KDA from the first map. It was 66, 78, 29. So not the best in general, but still a very good and monumental showing. This was definitely like a trailblazing moment for the club.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that game against the Aussies was really, really difficult. Especially because I think we all felt so much pressure because this was the first time LSUS had a Valorant season. This was the first time most of us had competed on a competitive collegiate team. And then also like in grand finals, I think the other team went undefeated the entire season, and so there were a lot of fear that was working against us. And also, I mean, they just played better than we did that day. You know, it could have been a win, and it wasn't. But that is honestly just leading up to this moment, I think, where Valorant's gonna win tonight.
Yes, and then on to the second Valorant Grand Finals. It was the first Valorant Gold team. They got reverse swept by West Virginia Wesleyan there, and West Virginia's meta of the four mollies on a team. But it was a better KDA with 77, 60, and 43 combined across all three maps. And Sarah, you were the coach of that team because you were coaching Day, Jazz, Legit, JJ Blood Sage, and Darius.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was a really unfortunate game because going into it, you know, you expect Valorant to be a certain way, and on one of the maps they had 5 Molly characters, and they didn't want to take fights. They just wanted to sit back in their spawn and throw lineups and throw mollies, and it's was really frustrating to go against them, and it was a really, really tough game to lose to people who are playing like that, because it's not that it's like illegal to play 5 Molly characters, but it's cowardly for sure. And I'm sure, Evan, you would have something to add to that play style.
Oh, it's no fun. I mean, it secures rounds, it works, but at what cost? It's a very cowardly way to play, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know for a fact that we had a couple clips out of that, and they probably had nothing unless they wanted to clip the spike being on fire.
Moving on to the fourth grand finals. That was actually yesterday. It was LSUS Rocket League with Emmanuel, Jonah, and Van. They stunned TAMU yesterday with a 5-game grand final. And this was them showing up after TAMU reverse swept them in the regular season. And look at that, 4-point gap in that grand final.
Wow, what a close game. Yeah, I definitely need to go back and watch it because the 3-point difference is unbelievable. Man, 5 games? That must have been quite a show.
And then moving on to today, actually, this is where we're literally at right now. It is LSUS Valorant Gold and Albright Gray. They are clashing for the conference championship. And just as a little bonus, LSUS Valorant, they're the only team in club history to be in every single playoff round, quarterfinals, semifinals, grand finals, and they're here for the 3rd time. And this is me saying it for the 5th time, Sarah, but Valorant is our only final hope once again in this playoff season.
I don't think it's a hope at this point. Like, I think it's meant to be. I really do. The only thing that can stop the team, in my opinion, is overconfidence. And you know, like having confidence in Valorant is mostly good. So I believe in them. I really do.
I believe in them so much. I'm changing my hair color if they win. That's a thing that's going to happen. I'm keeping it a secret.
Oh.
Keeping it a secret. Y'all will find out when I show y'all pictures. But that's what's already on the line too, audience. But that is happening today. Today, I'm praying to everything. We have all the plot armor that this will be the day that the curse is broken. But speaking of things that are breaking, let's go over the actual game now. So as you can see, we, LSUS Gold, reverse swept Albright Gray for the first playoff seed. You know, history was made and all that, you know, pretty close affair. But Albright, they had to reverse sweep Point Park University to get the rematch to be back here in the grand finals. So after seeing all this, I think that this will not be an easy game. We're so confident in LSUS, but this will not be an easy task for LSUS to accomplish. I think this is their biggest challenge yet, Sarah.
Right, absolutely. And the green team was, I think, the third seed and Albright was second seed. And so it was a very, very close game by both of them. And I'm sure that Green put so much work into prepping for this game, and that's why the game ended up being so close. And I just really hope that Valorant LSUS has put the exact amount of effort in to trying to prep to go against Albright's playstyle.
Yeah, and with Point Park, they were so close. They were on the precipice of being or making the biggest upset in this conference, and they could have definitely been the dark horse going into this grand final.
Absolutely.
So that was the slideshow that I had, and I'm not sure when game time is starting because it is 6 o'clock or 6:05. And so we'll just keep on talking about the game until the game starts. We get to actually break down the grand final.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, I'm pulling the camera stuff back up. There we go. Hi guys, we're back. Also, JJ in chat just said that she just hit gold 2. Yay, JJ! Amazing, congratulations. No one's coming out alive. That's funny. Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like they haven't started the game yet, so I'm not sure. Let me see if I can send one of them a message just to check on it and see if everything's going.
And as soon as we get the map draft, we'll definitely share it. But they have to let us know about that. But yeah, Evan, a lot of history we covered as we're figuring this out. What do you think of everything that we went over?
I mean, LSUS has put up a phenomenal record for honestly a pretty early, in terms of age program. I know LSUS is a bit late to get the ball rolling when it comes to esports, but with almost every team in almost every category, we've at least made either playoff appearances or farther. And it's been extremely impressive, and I've loved watching it from the background for the past couple of years.
Yeah, and then another record that we went over in semifinals, Valorant has the most playoff appearances out of any team we have at LSUS. They are sitting at 6, and the only playoff appearance that was missed was this spring. And so yeah, it's just good to see us back in the grand finals. I feel like it's always been something that's happened because we've only missed. There's only 2 years that we missed grand finals. It was 2020, and I believe it was, and we just went over the presentation. But yeah, I think Valorant has the most playoff experience. If they're going to win a championship, it had to be them. It just had to be.
Definitely.
Absolutely. By the way, Elliot, JJ in the chat, when you were talking about the hair color and everything, JJ asked, what about going bald instead?
That's not a color, JJ. You need to go to a dictionary before you say things like that.
Hey,
that. But yeah, bald is not a color. It's not a color.
Don't
it's
people
not a
say
color.
that clear is a color?
There is a color.
Listen, it's not a good color on me. No, I will say it is definitely, it's a shade of something. So no, I'm not going to be shaving or anything, but it'll be a color.
That's fair. That's fair. By the way, they've banned Harbor for the grand finals because of the recent changes and stuff, and so Harbor is not allowed to be played for these games for either team. But I
just hope to see Reyna.
Everybody loves
Reyna. Who do y'all want to see LSUS play? What champions? What characters?
I want to see some Neon. I want to see something fast.
Really?
I want to see something in there. I want to see something planned.
Neon always comes with clips.
Yeah. Reyna for sure. Zach is very, very, very confident in Reyna, and we need a confident LSUS tonight. So I think just have him stick to his bread and butter for sure. Maybe Eisen on his Jet. I like to see KP on his Sova. And I don't know. I mean, Ellie's been looking good on the KJ, so I'm not sure if she needs that or if she needs to go back to the old reliable Sky.
Her Sky's always been reliable. So honestly, if either come out tonight, we'll probably be in for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I would kind of like to see a Viper at some point because I was talking to Darius, and Darius had said that that he really wanted to play Viper, and I was like, wait a minute, you scared me during the game last week because they were doing agent select on Haven, and everyone selected like Initiator, Duelist, Sentinel had locked in. One person hadn't locked in and hovered Viper, and I was like, we're not running solo Viper on Haven. There's no way. And Darius sat there for a good 15 seconds before swapping to Omen. I was like, okay, we'll take Omen. Omen's good. That's fine. But like if they end up getting to play Split or some other map that makes it possible, I think we might see a Viper pick from Darius, who seemed very keen on playing.
We will be getting map draft soon. We just got a message in our channel chat. So that coming up.
I mean, with the solo Viper pick, that's the kind of ingenuity you need sometimes in some of these playoff matches, because a lot of prep goes into these big games. And when you pull out the solo Viper, everyone on the other team sits there and goes, what? And having that disruption can really add a lot to a game.
I mean, at the very least, it looks like Haven's first, it seems. Right? I'm looking at that right?
Yeah, LSUS loves a good Haven.
Yeah. So it looks like Haven map 1 for sure.
Yeah, you know, I think that has largely to do with you, actually, Evan, because when you were coaching KP, Ellie, and I, and everyone else that was on the team, I remember we went through a lot of setups, but then also specifically post plants. Like, you drilled the heck out of us with those Haven post plants, you know, like crossing graffiti and everything. And so I think that probably the other players coming in, they were like, okay, what kind of maps do we like playing? And KP and Ellie were probably always like, Haven, we love Haven, let's do Haven. And sure enough, like they stick to that being their main map pick. It's Haven every semester that they can get it.
My favorite map.
It's like the Overwatch team Sting Row.
Haven
it is your favorite map?
Fantastic map. It is my personal favorite because if you can learn Haven, you can learn other maps. Haven is a 3-site map, but how you maneuver among those sites can be applied to almost every other map. The post plants are very consistent in Haven. Your rotations are very consistent in Haven. And getting used to that is very good for players to build off of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, we have a bunch of people in chat. Hi, everybody. Because we have JJ, and then we have Abdromeda, who joined a little bit ago. We have Sage, Joey Joestar, Henry Garcia. Oh my gosh. We're so happy to see all of you guys. Welcome, welcome.
And shout out to everyone at the watch party right now in the other lab.
Oh, yeah,
hopefully it's not. Hopefully there's people there. So hi. There's anyone in there? Yeah, no canes this time. I don't think so.
Yeah,
hopefully we can get the masses to come.
Yeah, our first grand finals, we were able to convince Matt, who is the main like coach and advisor for LSUS Esports, to do canes, and so everyone had free canes, and they even got the bread and the sweet tea and everything.
Yeah, that was shout out to Angel Reese from or Miss Angel from SAB. Because she was the one that actually hooked us up with the funds for it.
Okay, it looks like the game's getting started, so we're going to say salutations to you for now, Elliot, and we'll catch up with you afterwards.
Yes. You know where to kick me out at.
Absolutely.
All right, break a leg.
Thank you.
Get hype. You got to think of something hype to say at the very end, Sarah, so keep that in your mind.
Okay.
For both of y'all.
All right. Nice. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty.
Okay, it is game time. Sorry, I know it's a blank screen, guys.
Chamber.
There we go. Oh, it looks like Albright is running a chamber on Haven. Interesting. I have seen that in comp pretty frequently recently. For some reason, I think because Cypher did get a nerf recently. I think it was a few things having to do with like stun time and stuff like that for his trips. And it seems like ever since then, people have been like, okay, well, as long as we know someone's coming, like, it'll be fine. So I'll just play chamber because I'm gonna get a headshot.
And LSUS with the year 1 comp. I love this from them. I want to see this locked in.
Yeah, that's definitely like the most like solid, like tried and true comp you can play on Haven. It'll be really interesting to see how the new agent Waylay comes into play on Haven. We haven't seen Waylay too much in the LSUS games, and so I'm sure that in practicing and playing comp, LSUS has gotten pretty used to going against them.
Now with the Waylay comp, I've got mixed emotions on this because it feels like half of their comp wants to play really fast, and the other half of the comp wants to default. I want to see how they maneuver this and they can find the right tempo. Because on attacking, I don't see them having like a real identity in their comp. But maybe I'll be wrong.
Yeah, you make a good point. Oh, it looks like Zukos is already in here with the brand new bundle. Okay.
LSUS having a grand time.
They're having a little kumbaya circle to start out. Little hype circle.
Might be seeing a fast A exec. Here we go. Like I was saying, we are going to come in fast A.
Cover going out.
Already getting smokes down heaven, and the rotations are coming in.
Yeah, it looks like they already have 4 people on site. This will be a pretty tough take. Heaven is smoked off, so their Omen's trying to go back down. Night, night. Okay, they get 2 picks.
1 enemy remaining.
And it's down to a 2v1. It looks like LSUS is playing that same graffiti cross that I mentioned a few minutes ago.
Alright, buddy.
Shadows traveling.
Pretty standard cross. Can Lapis find it? He's got the one way.
Last player standing.
Isolates the one and finds the second.
What's
Well
another
played by
death?
Lapis.
Clutch.
And that's me round 1 going.
That was fun.
To Albright. Yeah, that was a very close round. Unfortunately, just being low health and stuff, that smoke really broke up their cross play for it and everything.
I don't know. I liked the fast exec. I liked the post plant getting isolated by that one way. It was very well played by Lapis. He played it exactly how he needed to play it. Played it slow, isolated 1v1s in 1 round. It's unfortunate for LSUS, but you can't be upset when it's played well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that round wasn't a round that, like, LSUS just got completely stomped, you know? And so I know it can be hard getting a pistol round that goes really, really poorly, but that round was so close that I think LSUS will still run in here full confidence. Looks like they've got a force buy by at least a few of the players. Oh, Zuko almost gets one of those pre-firing through the smoke.
Oh, wow,
Spike
that's 2
down
from
A.
Raven. Bulldog guarding the soap was a very heavy force buy.
One enemy remaining.
Definitely gonna have his first round. And that is gonna be the round going to Albright.
Yeah, that's just a really tough fight to take, especially with a Spectre when you have someone hard scoping you from heaven.
That's alright. It's an eco from LSUS. It's kind of what the round you're gonna expect for a fast exec. Looking to just get 1 or 2 of those kills, maybe pick up a gun.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
move on to the 3rd round, play for that full buy.
Oh, I see Isaiah in the chat. Hi, Isaiah. Welcome in. All right, so LSUS now has a full buy after saving mostly the first round. Looks like Zukos was even able to swing full shields and a Vandal, so this is looking good. Seems like they're doing a split push. They're trying to make some noise A, which is keeping 3 of the Albright players on A. Currently, they have only 1 person on C. If LSUS can get them knocked out, they'll have the site to themselves.
Unlucky. Yeti is going to find the pick in garage, but LSUS is on site C. Might be able to get the bomb down here.
Yeah, oh, and KP's able to get a pick on A, so now it's back to being a 4v4. Looks like they're about to take the retake together.
Bomb grenade
Ellie and
out.
KP in a 2v3 post plant.
Bomb grenade out.
Oh, Ellie with the headshot. It's able to take out Chamber.
Last player
Blank.
standing. One enemy remaining.
And KP secures the round, getting 3 this round. What a really, really great lurk by KP. And it looked almost like Waylay knew that KP was going to be back there, but thought that KP was going to be coming from spawn, not garage. And he was able to just take out both of them, easy peasy, to go into round 4.
When you see that late kill on A, you know that a late flank is coming. Or they could come C long. Yeah, like that threat is always there, and without having any info on your outside chokes, she had no idea where to look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we're going for another A default, maybe an A exit.
I think Zach here's the jump peek B. Looks like B's totally empty. Zach is gonna just work his way up there and try to catch one of the rotates. Oh, and he's able to snag Chamber. Looks like that's...
They're gonna fall off.
Yeah, it seems like both teams are rotating off of A on that kill.
Full rotation to C off that pick on B. It's honestly a beautiful shot call. Getting the plant down on C.
Oh, Darius is able to sneak just around the corner to get Phoenix.
And that's going to be the round. That was a very clean round. If we can see, if LSUS can see more of that, then this should be a very quick game.
Yeah. Zach's lurk there made all the difference. The second he got that kill on B, the other team freaked out to try to compensate for that, even though they had multiple people fighting them A, and they just didn't know which way to go. That type of like aggression sometimes makes it feel like there's 10 people against you on the map and you don't know where they're coming from, and that just was to Albright's detriment.
Find the leverage and wedge it open.
No, I love, this game's been out for so long, I love seeing that your typical maps kind of play the same way. And it's very entertaining to see like this typical setup A, kind of piece out some info and then pull back out. That's kind of become a staple in Valorant. It's a bit comforting to this game with all the changes that it has for gameplay.
Yeah,
Very much.
absolutely.
I have the spike.
Yeah, and it's also refreshing with all the new agents that end up coming in that it still stays at its core Valorant. Okay, it looks like LSUS is being cautious that someone could be Heaven. And Omen's heading back up to Heaven. But this is going to be a 5-man retake to 5 men on site, so this will be quite a fight.
AP finds
Enemy remaining.
flawless. Flawless for LSUS. It was beautiful site hold.
Yeah.
KJ ult to get on site, and they hold these entry points, and they're just not breaking through.
Yeah, and a huge difference from that round and the last round was LSUS played all their angles together. You know, it wasn't a I'm gonna hold this angle. Like they were all watching each other's backs and protected everyone's life the entire round. Five man still alive.
It was a beautiful round. I'd love to see more of just like that.
Absolutely. Oh, we have
And Zach holding close up on it. There's no breaking through it.
Revealing area.
okay. It looks like they have 3 people stacked on A, and they have a lurk pushing up mid. Oh, and they're able to pick off Zach. There's 2 people flanking now. Looks like everyone's turning around to fight it, but this might be a few 1v1s.
Spike carrier is full. Last player standing. Spike down A.
Try Eisen in a 1v3. Got 2 coming up
I
short.
got the spike.
Find the first.
One enemy
And the
remaining.
second, now in a 1v1. Is he aware of long?
What a beautiful headshot, and what a great choice
Wow.
to leave. Now this fight's going to be taken on Eisen's own terms because they're going to have sight to themselves. Now, what I really hope to see is Eisen try and push up and take some like a weird position in garage or something. Maybe peek into grass for a minute to try to stay out of sight for Sova.
I agree. I want him to get somewhere weird, somewhere that's not going to be anticipated. But it seems like they're going to miss each other. Gonna have the recon.
Oh, it looks like Eisen's going for the quick rotate back behind, maybe. Unfortunately, it's not planted too well for that angle, so Eisen has to make sure he's still moving fast. Oh, and he just catches him right off the bat.
Eisen, the 1v4
I wasn't even
flushes the round. That was amazing.
That I hope ends up being MVP round of the game.
Completely holds on to LSUS's momentum. And now you see Albright here is kind of on a save round. You're gonna be able to buy some shields. And a stinger, sheriff. 2 stingers. Nope. A little indecisive.
Yeah, it looks like their Phoenix, who's their top frag, might be forcing up.
Trying
No,
to
they're
find
just
something. Try and get some guns out of these LSUS players' hands.
yeah. But the economy for LSUS winning 4 rounds in a row is looking really, really sweet. So it's gonna be really hard for Albright to combat that.
The Omen ult coming on to A, and that already pulls the rotations. We have 4 defenders on A, with Zuko's already up into garage. He's aware of the chamber trip, he can hear it. The rest of LSUS is posturing for an A, but it's into 4. Ooh, but the smoke comes in for the chamber trip. Chamber's aware of it.
Oh, it looks like Zach's able to snag Chamber again.
Spike down A.
And right, just like that, LSUS is pulling out of A instantly. Zach's gotten the whole map. He's calling his team, come now, 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 now.
Yeah, it looks like LSUS is pushing all the way to C to plant, which is a really good call. Currently, Albright seems convinced that they're just fake rotating, but LSUS is already on site C.
While they are slow to react, I don't hate it from Albright. Wait until you know what's happening, stay as a group, and then make a decision off of that.
Right, yeah, if you can combat and make your retakes quick enough without wasting too much time rotating, then that'll make all the difference. Although it looks like they know that Zach is up there somewhere waiting for them. They're being very cautious, checking every corner, but this is eating up a lot of time.
Zach is just a thorn in their side this game. He has the timing.
One enemy remaining.
And he snags for that round.
Beautiful round again. The rotation calls are coming through for LSUS.
Yeah. Yeah, in that round, you know, it must suck knowing that somebody's watching flank for you. You check every corner, and then the second you step out, 3 of you get collided right off the bat by the person you knew was trying to push you. So Zach really is, like you said, a thorn in their side. Looks like they're continuing the lurk, but Eisen's gonna go mid as well. But there's 3 people mid about to all come. Ooh. Eisen gets the trade, gets 2.
Third piece. And
Oh.
just runs out of ammo. We're gonna end up in the 3v3 here. 3 ults for Albright.
Bot coming back.
Calling the rotate, which is correct. We still see 2 defenders on A. But Waylay finds the pick mid. We're now in a 2v3.
Yeah, it looks like LSUS is gonna be met on site by Sova and Omen.
Shadows traveling.
Spike's
Defenders
down.
close CT.
Placing swarm grenade.
And one coming back to B, coming to play with the team in CT. I was kind of hoping for a garage flank there.
Oh, it looks like Darius is ulted. He's gonna TP out to save a little bit of time.
Last player standing.
Oh, in random finds it's around going to Albright.
Yeah, post plans like that can be really difficult, especially when that team is playing so close together. They forced Darius off of his angle to where he was just stuck in the middle. So it just tough spot for LSUS to be in. But I mean, after winning 5 rounds in a row, losing one doesn't seem too world-ending.
Well, both teams are playing off their picks very well. Defenders find a pick, they instantly start grouping and start playing their numbers. Same thing for attackers, they find a pick and they're rotating correctly. I love to see that from both teams.
Okay, it looks like that Albright might be playing aggressive mid again. I don't know if Zach is expecting 2 to come out of garage to fight him.
He wants the challenge. Ooh, but the timing. He's got a team to support him. Eisen there again, the same peak. They pick them both up this time. Eisen does end up going down, but it's a 2-for-1 for LSUS. Oh, and Zukos finds it.
The shorty kill.
Just like that. And that's the round.
Beautiful, beautiful round after a few tough rounds.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
Yeah, it looks like that air horn came out of the new bundle that just came out. It's a lot of music. It's an air horn, which I believe the air horn can only be heard in first person, which means we can hear it, but like the other teammates can't. And so it's funny seeing Zach spam it. Also, hi to Josue in the chat. I see Josue throwing some hype in the chat for LSUS. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, and Isaiah's here too. Hi, Isaiah.
Revealing area.
Same challenge out garage door. Zach finds it.
Beautiful headshot, but
Albright
unfortunately,
correctly smoking off Eisen.
looks like Waylay's waiting with the shorty for Zach to push up in garage. Oh, and Zach backs off. What a choice. Oh, but the shorty still comes after him.
Eisen, and he trades it out. So it's a 4v2 for LSUS.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and Darius kills both of them.
My burden never ends.
Another beautiful round. I mean, if they're gonna keep giving those picks out garage door, have your team support you and fight it. The picks are in the advantage of the attackers anyway. These are fights that LSUS want. Love to see it. Even if LSUS loses every other round in this half, it's still looking like a phenomenal half for them. Same smoke, same fight coming up mid. Except Zach's not there. Eisen does end up getting picked off, but Zach's seeing an open sight. Will LSUS be aware of the flank?
Cover going out.
Nowhere to run!
Double ult comes out. The flank.
Spike
Oh, looks like
down.
Darius is able to
He's able to
trade the
trade it.
flank. There's still 4 people surrounding A. Oh, KP's
finds
gets one.
But Zach from the flank behind. Is he aware there's another one in the B lane? But it's still a 2v2.
Last player standing.
Very scrappy round for both teams.
Right, yeah, that was a good fight, but that was a lot
Last
of
round
1v1s
before the switch.
that everybody took that round, unfortunately.
Zach's lurks this game have been phenomenal, except for that one round. The way that Albright was set up for it, he wasn't able to get any info, so it ended up being much slower than his team needed it to be. Albright heavy stacked A, and that ended up being the correct decision.
Yeah, well, it looks like LSUS is going to go back to A, and this time they've only got one on site, and Omen's close for a quick rotate. Oh,
Zach gets picked off.
Right here.
looks like Eisen's trying to get a pick mid.
Going
Oh.
for the attack operator.
Yeah, Eisen's
Get out of
off
my way.
on on Haven when they were playing defense last week was really, really spot on. Like, Eisen barely missed a single shot, and so hopefully taking this attack op, and he also has his ult popped this round, he'll be able to secure it even though they're down a man.
The Phoenix on B. LSUS is completely unaware of where Albright set up this round. No! And Omen gets picked off, TPing up in the window.
Looks like they're aware that Waylay is in the corner. Oh, but the enemy Omen's gonna blind. Yeah, Eisen knows that there's way too many in there for that fight. They're gonna quick rotate onto B, it
30
looks like,
seconds
but
left.
all of the Albright players are in garage.
It is a 2v5. Eisen finds one. Seems like we're taking this all the way to A. Eisen's still holding. He needs to find another pick here. They're gonna hear him. Oh, it's a sniper.
Last player standing.
Oh, Eisen almost gets the 180 on it, but the
Unlucky.
timing was just unfortunate.
Ellie in a 1v4.
Looks like there's an offgoing heaven. Ellie's one.
You know, from what they had at the end of the round there, they were able to piece together 2 more kills in a bomb plant. They were able to get a little bit of money from that position. I think that was a just fine salvage.
Yeah, well, actually, I think that was the last round and a half.
Switching sides.
Yeah, so luckily Albright will not be keeping that operator, which is good, because that was a little concerning for a moment.
The end of that round was more of a statement from LSUS. Yes, we have a close game, but we are going to fight it all the way through.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're on defense now. Looks like we're spread pretty normal, except for we're 3 stacking A, because A is most commonly where people like to go on pistol round. So hopefully LSUS is prepped and ready for a really fast rush by Albright.
We're getting the instant shock down C long.
I'm trying to hold myself back from being like, that's shocking, you know, but I can't help it.
Goodness.
Oh, it looks like Zach gets one, gets the
Finds
heal.
it, he gets the overheal. Albright's coming on the side. Oh, backing off now.
Darius does a little damage through the smoke though, which makes a lot of difference on pistol round.
Rethinking their decision. Back into A lobby they go.
Looks like they're fully expecting to get flanked. Darius gets picked
Phoenix
off.
finds 2. LSUS 3v4.
Looks like Phoenix is going on site, but the rest of them are full rotating to C. I believe Zach probably called them to rotate back to C.
But he's spotted. He finds it, and that's going to be a complete overheal for Reyna. Back to full HP. So the 3v3,
Spike planted.
all of our players full health. We have light shields on KP. Bomb's going to go down. I like this. Maintaining garage control. It makes your site retake so much more consistent.
Looks like Chamber TP's away, so now there's 2 long.
Albright's wanting to set it on side.
One enemy
1 times
remaining.
2. He's on for the ace. That's 4. And KP steals it. Honestly, a great round from LSUS there. It got a little scrappy in the mid round, but they were able to close it out very cleanly.
Yeah, I think what made all the difference that round was Zach calling for the rotate. Zach's their IPL, and so sending KP and Ellie back to the other side to get an early lead on if they were rotating to C was a really good call.
Thank you.
And with the 7-5 half, that pistol round is extremely important here. Being able to stay up 8-5, maybe after this round a 9-5, they will have econ advantage here. Seems like Albright is going to force though. Will they expect it?
Oh, it looks like a very hard push garage in mid. Ellie's gonna do a little damage and try to back up.
Oh, but Zach finds 2.
Results.
And a 3rd. Firing the Phoenix, and he does end up going down, but he takes off 3. And now with Albright on a first round, that's a heavy
One
hit for
enemy
them.
remaining.
Eisen finds the 4th.
It's like Phoenix has a
Phoenix.
Vandal, but he's stuck in the corner.
He's gonna get run down. He is, like you said, very stuck. And LSUS closing out. Albright forcing that round and losing is gonna put them in a very rough
I
position
hate
here.
to say it, but probably best to
Yeah,
play as a team.
yeah. The economy is going to be very unbalanced for at least 3 or 4 rounds now because Albright is so far behind. Oh, and it looks like Albright's going to take their first timeout. Each team is allowed 1 timeout per half, so Albright's going to go ahead and call it now to try to figure out how to come back from this.
Honestly, a much needed timeout. I love to see that from Albright. I actually would have liked to see that timeout happen a little bit earlier. Seems like Albright was off to a very explosive start, and then they were able to get their stuff together by the end of the half. But they're kind of starting to slip a little bit. Their rotations aren't quite on the same level as LSUS's, at least in this first half of the game. And like, they need this timeout. They need to talk about it. They need to get these communications clear. Half of us are rotating, half of us aren't, and that cannot continue to happen if they're going to win this grand finals.
Right, yeah. It looks like from their pacing and their hesitation when trying to rotate on attack, it looks to me like they're a little concerned that it may or may not be the right choice. And when you're questioning whether it's the right or wrong choice, then by the time you make the choice, it's too late. No matter if you choose to stay or go, at that point LSUS has already had extra time to try to think about what their next moves are going to be, and you're just losing that momentum if you hesitate for too long. So Albright, I think, really needs to pick up the pace with either committing to a site or playing for picks and then committing to a site, rather than just kind of hanging out hoping for something to happen.
Reyna ult is coming out. Zach's probably gonna peek here with the start drone. No, just spotting for info.
Yeah, it seems like the drone probably peeked at least 3 of them, so that's gonna be pretty tough to try to push out into mid. It's like Albright is trying so hard to catch someone garage, but
Jack finds
oh.
2. And we're in a 3v3. Now, Albright is gonna have a site, and you see they are flocking to it.
Yeah, it looks like Darius is gonna try to meet them in a 1v3, but hopefully he's gonna take a moment and wait for his team to catch up.
Darius has to play this slow.
Spike planted.
Shadows traveling.
And he gets caught out, so it's a 2v3 for KP and Zach. With 1 gun. But KP finds one. And Zach the other. Now Zach in a 1v1. And he clutches the round. What a round.
That's another 4 kills for Zach. I think that's his 4th
Yes.
4K round that he's had.
4K. And it's like what we were saying with those rotation calls from Albright. We can't really fault them for that, because how they can't be sure on these rotations because they're having to deal with the boogeyman that is Zukos in their backline.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Phenomenal performance from him. But we are going to see mostly a full buy from both teams. We got 1 light shield on Albright. Other than that, we are also seeing the operator come out from Aizen.
Oh, I was hoping Chamber was gonna go try and fight mid, but
If he pushes up C long, he does find one, but that is going to get the site.
Turret down.
Lurk v lurk. Finds it.
Spike planted.
I'm looking for just one with the op. You can get one. There it is.
There.
great. That brings us to a 3v2. We still have
Enemy remaining.
oh, Zukos gets another one.
Now it's a 3v2 against Phoenix. Phoenix already used his molly, stuck C long. He finds one, but he's being held by the operator.
Aizen with the op. Yeah, no, the semifinals game we had, there were, I want to say at least 4 or so rounds where Aizen was able to get at least 2 people playing C with the op, and they just kept peeking. Like every single round, someone would want to just take a peek, and Aizen would just shoot him right down.
You have to respect the operator. Some sort of utility, you have to clear it out. Dry peeking the operator, that is a surefire way to lose the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Aizen's gonna go mid again, hoping that they're gonna try and push, but it looks like they're prepping for another C push, which might get KP stuck if he doesn't back up quick enough after the start.
Shot that.
You know, we were talking about the shock. I don't know how much damage we did there, but it hit people.
Right.
We found value in the shock dart.
Right, there is value. Looks like Waylay's already on site. Oh, KP gets 2. What a transfer.
Huge kills from KP that puts LSUS in a 4v3.
Spike
And Jack
planted.
on the flank. With Darius close behind. That finds one.
One enemy remaining.
And both the flanks
Last
die.
player standing.
Wow.
What a hold from Albright.
They were all headshots too. They just pop, pop,
Everyone
pop,
makes
and
fun.
everyone was down,
Gentlemen,
unfortunately.
Albright sat up in their chairs for that post plant.
Absolutely. They said we are not going to overtime yet. That is not match point.
That was a very good hold from them.
Okay, looks like we have the op A long this time, but Albright still seems pretty adamant on going C.
LSUS is on kind of a mixed buy here. Money is not the copper.
You want to play? Let's play.
Chamber ult coming out for Albright. If he's in what we would call a rat spot, he is going for 1. If he gets 2, he is ecstatic.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Absolutely.
Some good damage on the waylay, but like we were saying, with the rat spot,
Right. Oh, looks like the head tap
Spike
hits Chamber.
planted.
Chamber's down to 5 HP. And you know, with that play by KP that round, it's really good that he
Player standing.
it's Eisen in a 1v5.
One dead.
1v3
My
now.
ult's ready.
Waylay. Ooh. Just a very close miss for Eisen. But he's getting wrapped. Does he know it? It does not look like it. He gets flash, and that's going to be the opposite.
Yeah, looks like Waylay picked it up too, and so
I know I give you guys a hard time.
fortunately
You're
they're
better
going to
off with
be
me, kicking your
there
butt
might be a
than those
sniper fight
assholes
this
shooting
round
at
if they're able to LSUS can buy another. But what I was going to say about KP that round is I do think it was really smart though that he held his shorty shots to fight Waylay instead of the Phoenix ult, because that would have been useless damage right there. But at least he was able to chip away at some of Waylay's health.
We are back to a full. Oh, not quite a full buy.
Yeah, it looks like LSUS is kind of just mixing every single round.
I would like to see LSUS go for a full save. Eisen finds one in mid.
Gun
Seems like Albright's trying to watch us. He kind of playing for info.
Take flight.
All right, they are down 1 player right now, and so looks like there's about to be a fight mid.
Stay in sight.
Gun here.
But the smoke is going to deter it.
If he finds 1C long, it is going to be a 5v3 now. They make their way over to Darius.
Looks like they might be trying to pick off someone B, but currently B is empty.
But that's kind of what LSUS wants here. With the Sova ult up, playing a B retake would be very much in LSUS's favor.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Gun here.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. They're slowly making their way up. But something's gonna give. We have to see something happen. We have the Omen ult come out. That's on A, and they're gonna be planning A. But Darius is close. Does
Spike
he know?
planted.
Oh no!
Oh, Darius does
He
some
just
damage.
lives.
Give me those.
Oh, look like
finds
Eisen.
it, but the reinforcements are here. Now both once you get them both out, actually. Now LSUS is gonna take the round. Great retake.
Wow, Sova ult v Sova ult.
And we'll just pretend we didn't see what happened with Darius.
Yeah, you know, he did hit some of the shots, you know, and
That
sometimes the still targets can be the hardest to hit, as they say.
Definitely,
Match
and
point.
that moment will definitely not end up in a montage later.
Absolutely not. No, no. Why would anybody clip that? to use against him in the future.
That would be rude. Zach throwing his gun off the map. Interesting decision.
I believe that was a Phantom, so...
It was a Phantom. Is Zach an avid non-Phantom user?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know if we need to take it to that extreme.
Well, I mean,
a gun's a gun.
a gun is a gun, yeah. I probably would have saved the money that round or made someone else take the Phantom, but... Ooh, looks like Eisen's gonna take a lot of damage.
Gonna be just getting by out of there.
Looks like LSUS has completely given up A site. Has no idea that there's 4 people outside of A. Currently, there's 1 chamber mid, which is really drawing their attention.
But Albright's called this correctly. You see, they're already making their way onto the A site.
Right, and LSUS still hasn't heard the smokes. I guess Darius has heard the smokes and is rotating over.
My question is, what is LSUS's plan for retake here?
Right, it's tough because really you have Omen ult, which isn't going to help too much in this situation, especially with Chamber so far back. You have Reyna ult, which could help, but that's dependent upon how much damage the team's able to do.
No. Zach ends up being able to trade it out and finds another. Kill 2 on site. Ellie finds the 3rd. Ends up going down to the Phoenix. Those Phoenix flashes have been
Last player standing.
such a pain. KP
One
goes out,
remaining.
and he clutches the round.
KP saves the round, and that'll be map 1 for LSUS.
Who needs gun or bolts when you can just shoot them?
Who needs ults when you have guns?
Just
exactly. Exactly. What a game. Wow.
Honestly, there were some
Defenders
well-fought
win.
rounds, but that was
Okay,
a beautiful
that is
match from LSUS.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
The rotations, the retakes, it was honestly textbook. It was very, very good. Very happy to see that from them. And also, I was happy to see from Albright not back down. I loved seeing in the second half, they stepped up with that force buy. They knew they had to make something happen,
Right.
and it didn't quite happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It just didn't work out in their favor that time, but definitely a good try, you know. All right, so it looks like they're going to have about a 5-minute break until the next game. The scoreboard for this game is crazy. We've got 2 people who hit 30 kills for just a 20-round game. That's really impressive.
For LSUS being 3 of the top 5, it's definitely shows for a map 1. It was very impressive. KP had a phenomenal game. Zach had a phenomenal game. And honestly, even our more supportive players, Ellie and Darius, had a phenomenal game. They had to take some more time using util and prop up these other teammates that they have, and I love seeing that.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes I saw a video, actually, a YouTube short the other day that came up on my YouTube, and it was talking about like, hey, send this to your Sentinel friends. And it was talking about how if a Sentinel even has 0 kills, it's probably okay. And it went on to explain how important it is to use your utility effectively, to communicate what's going on with your site, with your team, and to delay time. Best of all, you know. And so Sentinels are meant to delay time so your team can come fight with you. And I really do think that Ellie did a good job of that with her utility.
That, and also holding down, especially on defense, they're able to hold down portions of the map that let you be a bit more riskier and take some space on the other side of the map, more opportunities to find those picks.
Right, absolutely. Let me fix the score real quick. Also, this was kind of out of place, so I'm gonna move it a little bit. That way it doesn't cover the map.
Do we know that too?
I don't know what it is, actually. Last week Zach messaged me, but I think Zach is also streaming right now. So I don't think he's probably had time to send a message. Okay, that looks better.
No, I'm very happy with the Haven pick. And they showed that they were prepared for it. Year 1 comp on Haven. I feel like I'm back in 2022 again.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, when I told you, I was like, it's really not going to be that different from a few years ago. Because Evan said, I haven't played like much Valorant recently. Like, I don't think I know like the comps and everything. But really, I mean, it really doesn't feel that different, does it?
No, it doesn't. But you will notice that what I said going into that game about Albright's comp, they didn't quite have an identity in what they wanted to do.
Right.
They had the ability to default at a minimal level to be okay. They are able to exec fast at the level to be okay, but their comp wasn't geared towards either one or what they wanted to do. I would much prefer to see Albright pick a comp that has a goal in mind and commit to that.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, like there's games you go into sometimes where like you see like 5 duelists or 4 duelists in smoke, and those games a lot of the times that comp will win, and that's because every single player has the same goal and the same pacing, you know. And so when you have 4 people that are all wanting to push really hard or play really strong for picks and then push, you know, the energy works really well. You're able to play off the utility because the utility all works together well. And so games where you can have such a drastic comp can work really, really well if the characters are meant to be played really like in that same way. And so I definitely agree with you, like having such a mixed team, you know, if you can't get the pacing right for the players and like play a faster like this character or a slower this character, then it's really hard to achieve what you're trying to do.
Definitely. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not 100% what our competitive map pool is right now, but there's 2 maps that I would love to see out of LSUS based on what I've just watched in Haven. Lotus, for obvious reasons. The way that they were moving around the map on Haven, it would very much suit their style to come into Lotus and have the exact same game plan, maybe even move a little bit faster on that map.
Right.
But then also Fracture. I liked the way that they call specifically, the on the moment, on the spot calls that Zach is making would work very well on Fracture, because Fracture is a very mix-up-y map. You can kind of get away with doing a little bit more on the extreme side of things on Fracture, and I would really love to see that out of LSUS.
Right, because honestly with Fracture you kind of have to, because the map is so big and so wide, and like mid only connects like between the sites and you go under mid for that site, and so the way it's played and the rotates and everything can be really weird, and the distance you have to make big choices with that map, you know. And Zach obviously has no problem calling like, hey, I know it sounds like they're all here, but like go all the way to C. I'm going to wait here. And then Zach gets a pick. They rotate to C and they're able to win the round.
Definitely.
It looks like Split's going to be our next map, and LSUS is going to start on defense. I see the players like starting to shift over. So yeah, we're going to see a split game, which means I might get the Viper pick I was hoping for.
You know, the Viper pick might be what they need. While I am very hopeful for LSUS, I don't think their playstyle on Haven will apply as well to Split. Split is a much more committal map.
Right.
The rotations and like choosing to call off a site and commit to another site, that takes almost 15-20 seconds longer than it does on Haven. And so I would love to see how they adapt to Haven. If I had to guess, I would say that this is not LSUS's map pick.
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, it could be. I would think that Haven was their pick just because that's their best map. But also, Split is one that LSUS has really greatly favored. And I think it's mainly for their attack on Split. For some reason, LSUS, like the years that I was playing on the team, we practiced a lot of Split and our takes on Split, because it's a pretty straightforward map, you know, like you've got 3 different ways to go, and then once you get in there, there's like different ways you can work around with different boxes, different angles. And so I think for attack, split LSUS has always loved. Defense, I hope it works out. You know, it can be kind of hard holding defense, especially if you have a lot of utilities dumped on site, because the util in Valorant can be really oppressive, but also the B site on Split is so small that if you just go in with a few flashes and smokes and maybe a stun or something, then pretty much the entire site has been cleared by some form of utility, and you can just walk on site and kill a person or 2, you know? So it can be really tough on defense, in my opinion. So hopefully it works out well for LSUS. I am curious though to see if that was their pick or if it was Haven, because it, like, to me, like, those are 2 of the favorites for that team. So I don't know.
Well, my opinion when it comes to this, especially knowing LSUS and knowing the champions they like to play, or agents they like to play, I'm of the opinion that Split and Ascent are sister maps. If you can play Split, you can play Ascent. They very much have the same wants and goals in terms of maps on how you want to default, how you want to rotate through them. Except Ascent is very much tailored towards the champion, the agents that LSUS enjoys playing. So you see the KJ, you see the Sova, both staples on Ascent.
Right.
And I would actually love to see this. If this was their pick, I would actually love to see LSUS more geared towards Ascent instead of Split.
Yeah, you know, Ascent is one that LSUS has also played a lot, and I think Ascent is one that Zach likes playing a lot. Although that map can be somewhat like routine. I think for esports and stuff, I remember when Zach was the captain when I was playing, like we practiced a lot on Ascent because you could build up these routines and these execs for each site, and it would make it pretty easy to clear everything. Now there have been some changes to Ascent, like now there's that wall in Garage isn't bangable anymore. And stuff like that. But for the most part, that map stays pretty much the same. Much like Split, you know, there's just not much stuff that change on either of these maps. Like their original maps, and Riot just does not want to change anything on them, it seems.
Both completely timeless. And Ascent, from what I'm aware, has Ascent ever left the competitive pool?
I think at some point early this year or last year it did leave, but
left
then
for one rotation.
They made that wall,
and that was it.
And yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Like any other change they had was super minor, but it was mainly just like they stopped that wall from being Odin sprayed every single round, you know, which it was frustrating to begin with. But it does make it a little trickier now for sure.
Ascent has been a constant for any competitive player, and if anybody thinks of like what's the constant in Valorant competitive, it's Ascent. You know Ascent's coming. It's either going to be banned out the gate, or you're going to end up playing it in almost every series.
Right.
One team, if it's not your own, the other team's going to end up favoring it, and it's going to show up.
Yeah, and I've always complained about Ascent because I keep calling it boring, but at the same time, it is a little bit comforting. Because you know mostly what to expect, and it's a lot easier to predict rotations and stuff, and it's a lot easier to hear people because like when you walk off the ledge mid, you know, like unless you crouch walk down the stairs, which takes forever, you know, you're gonna make noise and they'll hear you from wherever they're placed, and so yeah. Kind
of like what you were saying, Ascent is 100% a comfort pick. I really like to call it what I would call like a tempo reset. So especially if, say, you do lose that map one, you need to get back into a groove. Ascent is definitely kind of a good go-to because it's kind of both teams know what's happening on Ascent, but that also includes yours. So it's a good map to reset the mental, get it out of the way, and hopefully pick up that second map.
Right, absolutely.
But we're not even playing Ascent.
I know, I just realized we're talking on and on about Ascent. But I mean, so much of that applies to Split too. And what I'm really excited for, I think they'd asked me if we were ready. Whoops. Oh well.
We are.
We're born ready. Like we're live.
We're
like
ready. We're ready.
But yeah, with Split, I really hope to see a lot of good lurk kills.
Oh, and we're hovering the Viper.
It looks like it might be Viper. I love a good Viper. You know, it sometimes can be hard because her smokes don't last that long. And she only has, you know, she has her wall and she has her orb, but they can be drained really quickly. Lucky for LSUS, most of their players are really, really good at getting their picks right off the bat, you know? So hopefully it won't make too big a difference, but it looks like we might be going back to Omen.
But a staple that I've always assumed Split with is Sage Raze. B site is such an easy hold if you have Sage Raze. You've got the slow, you've got the wall mid, you got the nade on B main. It's very hard to break through, and it looks like that's what's Albright's gearing towards. I'm not sure if anyone on LSUS plays Sage.
Yeah, I don't know, actually. I think Ellie played Sage some for a while, but I haven't seen her play Sage in a good bit because I've mainly seen her play Skye and Killjoy recently. So I think, yeah, I guess they're not going to go with a wall mid, which it's kind of risky, you know, because there's other characters that do have really helpful util compared to Sage, but that wall, because Split is just 3 different tracks, can make a huge difference.
I mean, there's a reason that it's known for being played on Split. If it wasn't good, it would not be played as often as it is. So I'm very interested to see how LSUS plays this map without that kind of what I would call a comfort pick. Just because you know how it's going to be played. But at the same time, you would like to think they also know how to play against it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And it looks like we have Eisen, who was playing Jet last game, is going to be our sentinel for this game. So that should be a good change up. But Eisen's game sense is really, really well. And so if he plays off of his util as well as he plays off of plays with an op, honestly, then he should have no problem holding sites.
We're gonna get the Cypher set up on B. Now, I wonder if he's gonna mix this up throughout the defensive half. I actually prefer the Cypher setup on A, but that is my personal preference. I think Cypher can cover more, and you're able to. Well, I'm also assuming you're stacking the Sage and the Raze on B.
Right.
So,
yeah, it
like I
changes
said,
everything.
It's already interesting how they're gonna play this map differently without the Sage.
Yeah. Well, hopefully for LSUS, like they've played against enough people in comp or in other games that are running the same Sage Raze, and they'll be able to fight against it pretty well. Oh, KP gets one of them. Looks like we're down.
Close behind. That's gonna be a 2-for-2 trade, but we are already up into heaven.
Delete.
Eisen finds another 3v2 for LSUS. The bomb is gonna go down for Albright, but Zach's coming close behind.
Yeah, we're down to a 3v1. Sage is in the corner. Eisen knows it and gets
finds
him.
it. Great retake. Honestly, I love the fight mid. Every time they turn and try and go towards that B site, come out, shoot him in the back of the head.
Absolutely, yeah, and this is a good sign because if a Cypher can play off of his cages like that, then then that player definitely knows what they're doing.
No, it was a phenomenal pistol round from LSUS. But kind of what we were saying, without that Sage pick, the mid is going to be a bit weaker, so they are going to have to put bodies there. So I'm interested to see how Albright's going to play around that. So fight faster execs on the sides are going to see more success than the slow play mid, which would normally be your typical split setup.
Oh, looks like Eisen's trying to get his cage up there.
I think he was just playing toss. He was just playing toss.
Just playing catch with himself. Oh, it looks like Albright's gonna go back up B with everybody.
Flash out.
We're going for the same game plan again, using the fact that they can't stall you mid. We are already up in the side.
KP gets another.
One, and it's heavy damage on the Raze as well. An absolute brawl.
Yeah, it looks like Darius and Zach are both able to just slaughter them.
He's out for blood, but he gets sat down.
Sage has the spike. It looks like she's backtracking mid. Not really sure which way to go yet. LSUS has both players on the B side, and it looks like Albright's gonna go rotate to A. This is probably good for LSUS though, instead of splitting up and having a one-on-one. Hopefully Ellie's able to find out that Sage is there, call Eisen to rotate, and they'll take it together.
What I would love to see from Eisen here is him for just leave his util, but Ellie does get spotted. Like I was saying, I would love for it to see
30
Eisen
seconds
just
left.
leave his util and then come to A. If they go B, they should be able to hear it. The bomb is going to go down for Albright.
Looks like Sage is gonna wall off their spawn. Ellie's looking for the pick.
Last player
Oh, in the
standing.
timing, but Eisen in the 1v1. Sage playing around her wall.
Oh, and a beautiful
and Crazy finds
headshot.
the kill.
What a shot. Man,
That is a round win for LSUS, but that was very expensive.
right.
That kind of round was exactly what Albright would love to see. They got guns out of their hands and they got the bomb down.
Yeah, Eisen's really gonna have to put in the work with this Guardian, and it looks like Darius might be forcing a Vandal, which would help a little bit, but this is a full buy round for Albright, so trying to force up too much is gonna be really risky for LSUS at this point.
This goes here.
You know, that round, I love to see the confidence in having a close peek with a Guardian, because
Definitely.
taking a fight that close with a Guardian can be really tough, and Eisen just went in there and headshot him instantly.
Maybe the dog spotting it in main. Nothing. It's going to give our mid players a little bit more peace of mind being able to play into these fights.
Looks like Albright is all 5 mid again.
Ooh, very, very big negative.
Oh, KP gets a headshot.
Darius.
Spike down B.
Darius is able to kill 2 of them mid by sneaking behind that box, which is really, really helpful. It looks like they're gonna get a res.
Last player standing.
Oh, just barely
Ends up
misses the
going down.
headshot.
Ellie in a 1v4 with nothing but a classic for her
Spike
name.
planted.
Oh, she gets one.
Okay.
You know, in these early rounds, though, it's good to be able to get at least a pick or 2 off, because that's just guns that they lose.
That is all good. We're still seeing a 2-1 lead. And we're gonna see both teams, which would normally have both teams in a full buy here, except with those forces last round. I'm surprised we're not seeing any buy. There it is coming, and then Eisen sticking with the classic. It looks like. I would really like to see him full buy with his team, and again, Albright abusing the fact that they can't hold them mid. Zach's able to trade off the kill. As KP looks for the trade, he's gonna get flashed off the angle. Another Phoenix flash coming through. KP finds one. Aftershock comes in, looks for the second, and he gets sat down. Unfortunate sequence of events, but Albright is still pushing into the cipher.
Yeah, it looks like Eisen's just got eyes in the sky watching happen. Gets
Able
one.
to deny the plan.
Spike down B.
Dog's able to spot out where the other player is. They do know where both
Last
players
player
are.
standing.
Down goes
Spike
Zach.
planted.
Ellie again in the take.
One enemy
She finds the
remaining.
first. She knows where the second is at.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Will she expect the wrap? She does not. An unfortunate series of events for Miss Low Goddess.
Man, you know, it's really interesting to see Albright run mid so many rounds in a row. That was 4 rounds in a row that Albright just full sent it mid. And they were able to 50% win rate, you know. But it looks like they're gonna try an AX right now. But LSUS has 3 mid. Hopefully Darius and Zach are able to quickly rotate to help Ellie.
Blinded.
Ellie hears him coming. Screaming in the comms. Run! Fast A! Fast A! He's
Already on site.
site. Ellie is gonna go down. Zuko's coming in with the Bucky. He's looking for one, but he's being held from a distance.
It looks like Sage is back in the
Getting
fight.
out. There is the Phoenix flash.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Down goes Eisen as well. He 1v5
My ult's
with
ready.
a frenzy. He was able to find one. Be able to stun his way over to find that gun. Now being held up from ramp.
Charges.
It is a very difficult fight for him to take with the skill that he has.
Yeah. And the Phoenix flash again.
It's gonna be going down. See, LSUS, they did it a little bit last game, and I didn't touch on it. But these staggered buys are going to come back and bite them. Like this round again, we're finally on a round where everyone has at least a shield and a gun. But even then, we have a guardian.
Right, yeah, and that just makes every single round slightly harder. Even the rounds that should be easy are harder. The rounds that are harder are slightly easier, but then if you lose it, it's for nothing, you know?
Exactly.
So the value you get out of it is just really, really sparse in comparison to just buying as a team.
I would have liked to see LSUS just full save flash down. Be able to have money for the next 2 rounds here. But Breach is going to be able to stall them a bit. Now, Albright looking like they want to be expected. They seem to be coming off of it now.
Looks like they're looking to go back to mid. It seems like they're most comfortable trying to push up mid.
Shadows traveling.
Out of the cross on the Omen smoke mid, but there's no one there. We're holding nothing.
Joke's over!
Comes the sky dog coming on the bait.
So it's gonna spot KP, and it looks like KP's gonna ult
The
him.
Breach ult. We're able to find the Phoenix ult. However, no one else.
This is still a 5v5.
Very worth trade for Albright. Phoenix ult for Breach ult. Breach ult takes a lot longer to come online. Phoenix flashes have been really good for
One is able to do damage.
But the huge Raze ult. Oh my gosh, that's 4 for Zukos. Ellie not expecting the lurk. The 2v1 for LSUS.
30 seconds left.
They're able to clean it up with the ace for Zukos. What a phenomenal round. Everything lined up to the perfect spot to shoot that rocket, and he found it.
Wow, you know, with Raze ults, it can be hard to secure even 3 kills, you know, because of how close everyone has to be standing together and the timing of it. And so to be able to get 4 kills with a Raze ult is an unbelievable feat. And then to get an ace on top of that, like, that was just a crazy round by Zach.
That was a phenomenal round from him, and I know he's popping off about it too.
Yeah, if I had to guess right now, I feel like Zach's probably sitting in their group call saying, like, okay, obviously we win. This is it.
I love this round. Completely
down,
punishing the way
mid.
that they've been playing it. Gonna get the second scan. Playing a little close for comfort here behind the box in mid.
It looks like they're both trying to squeeze behind it. Oh, but Eisen takes one and swings.
Wait, how far out from the box? They may know Zukos is here.
Oh, it doesn't look like it. Phoenix suspects it, but Raze is still looking to
Oh,
go.
he gets caught. But Breach from behind. KP is in a 1v4. They are completely unaware of where he is. Because they've walled vent. They've had no reason to look here. Now they do with the opportunity to walk upstairs. See where he spots it.
Just the timing of that swing was just really good by Raze.
I enjoyed the fighting mid though. The fighting mid is what has to happen. That's the only way to control that part of the map. And if you give up that part of the map on split, you're gonna crumble.
Yeah, it's funny because Split is made up of a bunch of alleys, you know? Like, the whole map is styled like it's a bunch of, like, just the outside of a building in the alley. And you mentioned scrappy fighting earlier. I think that's the only way that you really can fight against Albright mid is to just take these dirty fights and use a bucky, get your hands dirty, just to be able to stop their momentum, because here they are for probably the 5th or 6th round pushing mid.
Definitely. Well, they haven't been punished. The closest they've been to punish is stalled, and they're still making it on site. Except not this round with Darius finding 2. With the slight overheat, TPing into 4. Or 3 rather, sorry. The Sky Dog is gonna come up into heaven. But Zach almost becoming a bread and butter. Gonna made them out of mailroom. But no damage.
One enemy remaining.
Zukos back up.
Mid.
Great round from them.
Yeah.
Again, we gotta put bodies here. These fights are always gonna work in LSUS's favor mid.
Absolutely, and just think KP was full blinded and managed to headshot 2 of them. Like, that crosshair placement is
great.
amazing.
Wonderful spray from KP. Very happy to see that. Want to see more of that.
Yeah, it looks like there's a chance Albright might try B now, which is good because you really don't want them to feel comfortable pushing mid every single round.
You know what I would really like to see here is a timeout from Albright. LSUS has kind of gotten the momentum back to at least a middle ground. This could go either way, but Albright was definitely playing this game by the horns.
Yeah.
Up until this point.
Absolutely.
They dictated the tempo, and now, as you can see, with they're already slowly walking up B. A lot less confident than they have been these last couple rounds.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Got another Phoenix ult, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any value out of it.
Is able to find the ult. Looking for more. KP.
He broke the Sage
Kill on the
wall.
Sky, but Ellie's on the flank.
Oh, Darius gets one of them. Ellie's able to get
The
one.
second. Raze turns the flash, but KP also, Raze is aware of it. Zukos is going to go down to the Phoenix Molly.
One enemy remaining.
KP finds the pick
Spike down. B.
and he cleans the round.
One left. My ult's
The
ready.
timing on those lurks was insane. The full knife sprint for the flank, it was perfectly played, especially with how they were only slowly walking up B main. I love to see that. That was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's really astonishing to see how aware and ready Raze is for these flanks on Albright's team. You know, it's like last round, like they got burned by Zach way too many times, and so now they're watching to make sure that it happens as minimally as possible. Even though LSUS is still able to find value in these lurks, Raze is doing their best to try to combat it.
Definitely, they know the lurks are coming, and this time it's not even from Zukos.
Looks like Raze is going to be doing some lurking of their own. They have 4 people pushing B.
Ellie finds one. Zukos gets traded out. However, like you were saying, that flank up mid, KP is completely unaware of it. He might get caught here. He is. Now Darius feeling extremely pinched. Oh no!
Oh, the spray on those zip lines can be really difficult.
Caught one.
Aizen's able to find one back.
Last
Razor
just
like
missed.
you were saying, Razor can be extremely hit or miss. And that's gonna be the round.
Yeah, you know, that round really should prove how amazing that 4K that Zukos had with a Razor was, because like you saw, like that landed like maybe 3 feet away from him. Like
Very close.
it was so close, and it still didn't kill him, you know? So to be able to kill 4 people with an ability that has such a small, unpredictable
Goes
radius,
here.
I'm still shocked over that round. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's living in my head right now.
Definitely one of the highlights from this series.
Find the weak point and break it.
If not the highlight of the series.
Right. Yeah, it looks like Albright's gonna try the same play this round as they did last round. They've got Raze lurking up mid.
Except in the alternate timeline, Zukos is able to find one.
Right, yeah, this is a 5v4 this time.
In a complete 5v4, Raze has taken no space, only up into B main, but Cypher's there, waiting and watching. Ellie's able to find the pick on Brim, and now they know where the spike is. And Raze has been caught out on B.
Goodbye.
Aizen's able to secure the kill though. Zach's looking for another one. He knows they're gonna go for spawn. Finds one and kills the second. Beautiful round. Phenomenal.
Right, yeah, that round was played so well by everybody, but
Last
like
round
Zach
in the
timing
half.
those peaks and being able to not overheat on the kills and wait to get those last 2 kills was way more valuable than double swinging and trying to get 2 and getting maybe 1 or 2, you know?
Most definitely. Picking our timing on those peaks made the complete difference in that round, and we love to see it. And if you notice, Albright's going for has to go for a different buy. They have a shotgun, Spectre. They don't quite have their money right. And LSUS finally, for what may be one of the first times in this half, does have their money right. And they're able to play much better because of it.
Right, and yeah, this is just the last round that both sides are stabilizing their currency to be able to buy guns.
Dog's gonna be coming up in the middle, but here comes that judge, like I was saying. With Zach coming up in the air, the judge is not gonna be able to do it, but the breach ult comes through. And again, they're fighting back mid. They're not gonna let them walk all over them.
They know where all 3 of them are. They're all in sewers.
Jealous here? Nope. Darius finds one. We're now in a 4v2 with Sky and Sage both looking to try and maybe go A.
Satchel out.
With LSUS quickly on their tails. Beautiful satchel work from Zach there. There we are.
Yeah, Albright's not in too good a spot. All they've got really working for them right now is a Sky ult. Darius TP's right into Sage.
I've got your trail.
One enemy remaining.
KP finds one and secures the second. That's going to be a 7-5 half for LSUS. Now, I'm not quite sure if you remember the score from last round. That was also a 7-5 half for LSUS, but that was a very different half than what we saw in Haven.
Absolutely. Yeah, this half felt
Switching
a lot
sides.
more oppressive when it comes to Albright taking all that space mid. And so although LSUS is up 2 rounds right now, you know, really the determining factor is these first 2 rounds with the pistol, and then whichever team has the force buy, you know, because that'll tie up the game in an instant or give you a full 2-round lead.
Definitely. Now, from what I was saying, from a defensive standpoint, I do think Albright has the advantage on this map purely just because of that Sage agent. That Sage agent in split is such a pain to work through. So I'm excited to see what they do, if we're defaulting and breaking the wall mid, or if we're ignoring and fast execing. Their team is set up to go fast, which is very nice. Having Cypher be able to secure any load is a nice line for them. Overall,
There's a lot of utility usage.
Util come out here.
Albright already has all 4 people on B, which isn't that abnormal for a pistol round to have quick rotates, but it looks like LSUS is gonna back out, maybe go up mid. Darius is calling that mid is clear for right now, and that the Sage wall is probably gonna be dropping within a few seconds.
In the jump spot, they're gonna be spotted out. However, now they have this whole other obstacle. How do you deal with the wall? We have pistols. Zach has his own solution. He's going over it. But is he aware of the Phoenix?
Oh, Zach gets the headshot kill on the Phoenix.
Doesn't matter if he's aware of it. Why does it matter if you can just shoot them?
Yeah, doesn't matter who's anywhere as long as you can just shoot them first.
The flanks are coming in. Eisen finds one and gets the second.
Yeah, it looks like we have a raised standoff here. Oh, and Zukos wins it again.
Now looking at a 3v1. Very scrappy pistol round. Which is honestly what you like to see from pistol rounds. Pistol rounds, anything can happen. And that's the exciting part about it.
Absolutely.
Using a nade, and Zach finds the 3rd for the round.
Absolutely. What a great pistol round, especially for Zach. Being able to clear the wall mid and get a few kills off the bat was round changing. You know, now LSUS is up by 3 points. They're on a force buy where they're gonna have way better weapons than the other team. Although this could go either way, you know, because being on defense, like, you can buy things like you see that they're thinking about a Bucky or a Shorty, you know, walking into that the wrong way can really do some damage to LSUS.
Most definitely. I'm actually curious to see like what Albright's thought process here, because Albright was in the exact same situation last half. Went for a force, except this time they're defending.
Right.
And they decided to go for a save. And what LSUS is on, what you call it,
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see that. Use their guns. The round. Again, another expensive anti-eco. Albright is able to find these kills with these pistols, and it's going to impact the rest of this half.
Yeah, losing 3 of those guns that round is gonna be really, really painful for LSUS. Although those are some beautiful controlled Guardian shots by Zach. To be able to take a steady breath and pop all of those people, very talented.
Very talented. Very talented.
Very talented.
I can only agree with that. Very talented.
Very talented.
If there's anything we've seen from Zukos in this series, it is very talented.
Very talented.
He's out for his life here. He's gonna find 1. Make it 2.
You see some more very controlled Guardian shots.
You know, when you find 2, you would think the site's free, but there's still 2 opening from heaven. But not if Ellie has anything to say about it. She's able to pick off
One
the
enemy
now
remaining.
In a 4v1. Because up against the Odin is going to go down. But will they expect the Darius Heaven? It looks like it. The timing, and that's going to be another round for LSUS. 10-5. That is a huge round to come off of, especially losing all the guns that they did in the anti-eco. They're able to actually go into it in exactly. That tempo is completely out of Albright's favor, and the timeout is 100% the correct decision.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting pretty excited right now because, you know, this is a best of 3 game. LSUS won the first map, and this is grand finals, meaning that if LSUS wins the next 3 rounds, then it's over. LSUS has won grand finals. They've won all of NACE for fall of 2025, and they're the first team at LSUS to win grand finals.
Definitely. Very exciting stuff. However, that is what makes this game so important, and I need to see them keep their cool, because all of that is on the line, and so I just needed them to keep them cool. It's another game of Valorant. Close this match out. Keep playing it the way they've been playing. They've been trading out phenomenal. I don't want to see anything different from them. Now, if the nerves start getting to them, that's where we might be seeing a map 3.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, being excited can get you so jumpy that you make mistakes. You do dumb choices. You start missing shots. You start spraying. And so hopefully LSUS can just ignore the scoreboard for now, keep winning these rounds as they have been, and that'll be the game, and they'll win their season.
I mean, if you think about it, if the nerves are getting to us,
right?
You know the nerves are getting to them.
Yeah, and we're not even playing.
No.
Just watching it, I'm almost shaking.
It's a very fun match to watch. Both teams. Kind of the same setup we were looking at last round. Same thing with our own ready to smoke, but also lurk up that mid. He wants to put that pressure. I would like to see him breaking this wall routinely. That way, if you notice, all of Albright's, they're back to the mid. It's not a problem for them.
Right.
They have that wall, they know it's still there. But not if Zuko says anything to say about it. He's just gonna go over it once again.
Yeah, and Darius TP'd with him this time, so they have 2 people. Oh, but they are running from that raid ult. They were not about to let that happen.
That is an open B site, kind of using that wall security against them. They own in TP, they raise Satchel over it, and immediately Albright has a problem. The trades are coming out though for B3. Zukos is able to spot one. And Eisen puts
One enemy remaining.
Ellie cleaning up the last. And looking it. And now Ellie cleans up the last.
Beautiful shots by Ellie.
A great round, putting everything that I've been saying against the Sage Wall completely against me and using it against them. Phenomenal work from Zach and Darius there.
Yeah, absolutely. To be able to see both of them just go over the wall without even having to use the ammo to break it, you know, it catches the other team off guard, you know, because if you do spray down the wall, then you have a good like 5 or so seconds that they've heard you, they have a chance to react, turn around from heaven, go back or whatever. But when you hear a satchel or a TP, like sometimes you have to register and be like, oh, that was mid, like we gotta go back, you know. Oh, what a Phoenix flash, but it looks like he doesn't get any kills off of that.
Wall is gonna go down. Phoenix is on top of it. Another flash coming out. Again, secure off of it. Oh, but Raze finds 2 in the A main. She snips it out.
Darius is able to TP behind and get one of them.
He goes hot on his trail, trying to make something happen, but the rotations are in.
Ooh,
Zach finds 2. It is a 2v2. Are they aware that they have a follower close behind? They are not. Oh, maybe now. A little bit of noise coming out. We have picked back up the spike. I would love to see where LSUS goes with this.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
1v1.
Spike down
My
A.
ultimate is ready. Where is
And
everyone
it does not have the
hiding?
bomb. The Cypher ult is going to come out. He just needs a little bit of info. And now he knows.
Ooh,
30
Rizzo
seconds
just
left.
misses.
Pushes through the nade and finds the kill. And that is match point for LSUS.
Yeah, wow, Eisen really put in the work at the end of that round to be able to secure that. And you know, using his ult there was such a good call because you have no idea where just one person with an entire site to themselves could be, and he was even able to dodge the Raze ult to secure that round. And so we've got 1 round left. If LSUS can get this next round, then that'll be the game and that'll be the series.
You know, again, what I would really like here from LSUS, I want a timeout. I want a timeout right now. Not for any playmaking reasons. Just calm down, sit it out, and let's go. You know Albright's not going to be on a full buy here. So let's just settle the nerves and close it out. But what kind of fight is Albright going to put up? This means they are on everything they've worked for this season.
Ooh, looks like Darius and Ellie are both gonna get kicked off.
And Zach finds the trade for the Phoenix ult. It seems like they are wanting to go B into the stack. They're not aware of the lurk behind them though.
Right, Raze is right on their tail.
As they kind of hindsight, they're going to be more aware of what's behind them, though. But the lurk does come through. Zach getting naked out. Finds the kill on the sky.
And that's the game! LSUS has done it! LSUS has won the first grand finals title with almost an ace by Zach. That's the game!
That was another 4K from Zukos. Phenomenal gameplay from LSUS. Love to see both maps there. Fantastic Valorant gameplay.
And
Awesome
LSUS is now our grand finals champion. Wow, what a game. I don't even have words to say. Like, they've done it. They've done it. LSUS Esports Club history has been made, and LSUS has won. Let's go ahead and hop in a call real quick with Elliot to talk about the game. Or maybe we should just jump into the team's call.
Well,
They might
be a little hot right now. So.
Yeah, we'll let them say a few words. If I were them, I probably would have already thrown my headset off and been screaming. But wow, that's it. Grand finalist, LSUS. So now we're going to have a post-game interview with the different players on LSUS in just a few minutes. So we'll give them a minute to celebrate, you know, and compose themselves, you know, and then we'll be able to get to talk to them and get their thoughts and their feelings and everything, which is it's just such an exciting time.
That was very exciting. I cannot believe what I watched. That was amazing Valorant gameplay. Happy to see them, especially the players that I've worked with a couple years ago. See how far they have come, because those are completely different players than I remember. They have improved leaps in bounds, and it's awesome to see them win this and achieve what they've achieved tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and like Ellie's aim and KP's aim both have improved so much. Okay, I see Elliot has joined. I'm going to swap cameras real quick. Hi, Elliot. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. We have our champions.
Hi. They did it. Okay. What? All right. I got a tiny speech to give. So 1,917 days ago, the LSUS Esports Club was made. But tonight, we struck gold. This team has struck gold with the best esports roster the school has ever produced. These are your champions. Aizen, Kenman Ben, Lil Goddess, Zukos, Yiclaw. Remember their names for fucking life. These people just made school history.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I don't know if you remember this, Elliot, but whenever we did the oh, my camera's okay, there we go. Whenever we did the LSUS Valorant interview where we did like a podcast thing, we talked about the history of the team. Like, I remember
Time capsule, yep.
Yeah, in the time capsule, you asked me, you said, Sarah, what do you think is going to happen with LSUS this season? Like, how are they going to do? And I said, Elliot, back in July, I was like, Elliot, they win grand finals. Like, there's no other choice. It's been too long. They've fought too hard. There's 3 players on this team that have already fought the good fight and haven't gotten rewarded for it, and they deserve to have it, and they have it. They finally have it.
KP and Ellie's last dance is finally compete. They finally get to depart from this school and graduate with the championship under their belt.
Absolutely. I hope that they feel all the pride and the excitement from this, because they put in so much work over the last 4 years, you know, 3 years on the Valorant team. Like, they've consistently put in the work, and they've been rewarded, and now we can celebrate them, and I am so thrilled. Although these will be big shoes for Darius, Eisen, and Zach to fill next semester, because going completely undefeated 8-0, you know, for the entire semester, winning grand finals, like that is a big shoe if I've ever seen one.
Oh my goodness. I have to talk to a few people. Evan, if you want to take over for now. What do you think of the game?
I mean, it's a feat that any school would be happy to, let alone any player would love to be walking away with. And then, like, kind of, we watched the games as they happen, and it was the most earned thing I've ever seen. They fought hard. A lot of those rounds, it was back and forth. They were adapting. It was honestly a spectacle.
Oh yeah, that was the gameplay and the rotation calls that we've mentioned so many times in these games were just so spot on. You know, like I feel like Zach's IGLing made such a big difference, and the lurks that he had the first map and everything, had such a positive effect on the game, on the pacing. You know, it just, and actually, I don't know if you noticed, but I looked at the timeline a second ago. LSUS won every single round of split on attack, and they won the last 8 rounds in a row for that game.
Yes, they did.
They
Yes,
caught,
they did.
after getting caught a few times mid in those really, really rough fights, once they were able to start counteracting that, they just hit the ball running. They didn't drop around. They kept going and until it was a 13-6 game. Like that's a really, really long, far stretch in score.
It was a very divisive series. Yes.
Yes, I did not. It was easier than I expected it to be for Shreveport. I was fully expecting this to go to a game 3, even before we even got into the video game. Like, I am so proud of everyone there. It's just all love. Like, you predicted it, Sarah, yourself, and now I'm just speechless. Like, I've been here since October 2020, and whenever after the inaugural team lost their first grand finals, I already thought Valorant will win a championship. They're going to be the first team to do it, and they did exactly that tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. All the blood, sweat, and tears has paid off. You know, the long nights of doing homework and then staying up until 1 a.m. practicing and trying to get some games in and everything. Like, you know, it takes a lot of time, like it does any sport. You know, like it's really easy for people to be like, oh, it's esports, like you play games and whatever. But like these people practice, and they practice hard, and they have their own playbooks that they make up. And so like you have to memorize the plays, you have to know your role. And so it's like, that's why it's called esports, you know, because it does mirror what other sports have to do. And so if you think about how much time and effort is put into winning any type of game, you know, on top of being a student, you know, full-time student, because one of the requirements is that you have to have X GPA, right? Like you have to have a certain decent GPA. You have to be at least a full-time student, amongst a few other things, which means that every single person on this team is juggling at least 4, maybe up to 6 classes, you know, all the homework that comes with those classes, getting good grades in all those classes, and winning grand finals.
It's just a feat in and of itself. I know Lucas Morgan, he said it himself when the club was first made, that esports athletes, they do just as much as regular athletes on our campus. It's just an equal playing field. It doesn't matter where you are. Esports athletes, they put in the same amount of study and dedication and physicality into it, just like regular athletes. And so this is a big monumental moment for LSUS athletics to have a club sport. I don't know if it's the first. I won't be making those claims before a club sport to finally put their name on the map, especially in Valorant, the most popular team we have here.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's good you mentioned club, because we are a club sport, but also I was talking to Matt, and he said that like we're also an athletic sport. So like we're both, you know, like we're both like a full athletic team, you know, where we have all these things. We're like with the jerseys, for instance, like you have to follow all these things because you're like an LSUS athletics team, you know, but then also we're a club where we're still meeting every single week, you know, like working on all this stuff, and everything outside of practices and games and competing, you know. And so it's such a beautiful achievement to be able to come out and come on top and win this game.
All right, I just let them know to come here once they have the interview mic and cam set up. So we'll let them celebrate for a little bit longer. But yeah, I was in the comms. It was for Darius. He was pretty nervous, physically, not mentally. He got into a lot of spats with Zukos about, you know, where to put smokes where on split, but ultimately they worked it out in the end. And like I think that's a big like boon for LSUS Gold, is that even if they argue, even if it's jokes, not jokes, whatever, like they can still like pull through and see eye to eye as athletes and ultimately get everything done.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, that's something that takes a really, really big effect on esports, because, you know, you're not like spread out, you know, because you're all sitting in the same Discord call. So if one person has something to say, the entire team hears it, you know? And so if two people start getting to a fight and they can't come to an agreement, they can't come to a resolution, then all of a sudden, like, everything starts falling apart, you know? Like, the gameplay starts falling apart, the pacing is falling apart, spirits are down, confidence is low, you know? And so to be able to have a disagreement between two players, get it resolved one way or another to be able to not let it negatively affect the gameplay is what this game is all about, you know?
Yes.
Okay,
Looks
like we have
AP here.
Yeah, we're all here. We're gonna use my computer to talk.
Congratulations.
Alright, let's get cam set up
This is a beautiful
for
game.
both of us.
Ooh, yeah, I'm in the car right now. Are you gonna do the same thing that you did last time so we can hear it on the? Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta figure this out. Give
Getting
me
the
a second,
audio
guys.
ready. That way we can hear it.
Oh, there's Zach with a bang. I don't know how to do this.
Just drag us down over me.
Or wait, we can just like center it maybe? Here we go, that's something. I'll put it like right there.
There you go.
That's better. Good enough. That's good enough.
Serviceable.
There we go. As long as we're all on camera.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, everyone, bring your ass.
Hey, I'm putting the mic on right now.
Okay. Whoever wants to make an announcement on the Discord, just text. Like, just run it. I mean, I'll make a graphic for it later.
That's fine. Look, y'all celebrate. Don't worry about sending messages and stuff. Freaking
Yeah,
grand
y'all-
champions,
yeah.
hello?
First ever in the fucking school. Like, oh my gosh, we're so happy for y'all, for everyone.
All right, let me see if this works. All right. Turn that down just a little bit so that where's Ellie?
Ellie just walked out.
Okay,
Her
well,
parents
we're waiting
might be
for Ellie.
there. She might have ran outside to see them.
Where's Darius? Where's Deanna?
Damn, not that low. Not that low. Need to hear them.
Oh, did y'all put us on the big screen?
Yeah, we're using the big screen as like the audio, and then
Oh, okay,
putting
word.
it here, so
Okay,
everybody
word.
can hear instead of just my headset.
Okay. Very nice. Let's. Yep. What's everyone's on screen? We can get started.
Waiting for Darius.
Okay,
There
we've got almost 3.
Almost.
Thank you.
Not quite.
You never see
I'm back in.
Call it in a half because I can see Ellie's shadow like right up
We
there somewhere.
Don't quite have a Rocket League team.
Yeah.
2/3
Yeah. Don't
Rocket League.
think they're gonna be here today. I'd be surprised if they were.
Ready? Won't get correct.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start with the questions? I'm gonna start with the first group question, Sarah. Do you want me to do that?
That's fine.
Go for it.
All right, I got it. And whatever else y'all want to add on after, yeah. Well, I'll start. Y'all add in everything, and then we'll go to the individual questions. Y'all better get comfortable because we had a lot of questions to ask for such a very big day.
I don't think we need to go through too much. We probably let's try to like move. We'll move quicker, guys,
Move it along.
and be able
Yeah.
to go eat if you guys would just squeeze into the camera frame. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
and not be antisocial and actually get here.
Get it. Ellie, get your over here, dog.
Wait, I see someone's kneecap. Who's sitting off screen? Is that Darius or is that Ryzen?
That's Deanna.
Oh, hi.
Deanna Myson, yeah.
No, we're not.
There we go. 1, 2, 3,
There we go.
4.
Where's Darius?
He's over. We're in his onesie.
Wait, no, we want to see the onesie. Onesie.
Onesie.
Immortalize the onesie.
Okay, Darius, your onesie pick is already up. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Your
All
fucking
right,
chain.
take a seat. All right. Is everyone in the shot? Or yeah, Darius is coming. Okay.
Darius coming around.
Yep.
Okay, do something.
Okay, I feel like the first question we have to ask you guys is how do you freaking feel? Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. How does everyone feel?
How do you feel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there is a camera. So I've been very
Can you get closer?
the title of like, first grand champs in LSUS esports history. Perfect season.
Oh yeah.
Perfect season.
Biden.
Oh yeah.
So
Eight and no
like I
now.
said, perfect pilots.
Y'all get that right.
Perfect pilots. Let's
Perfect
go.
pilot.
Sorry.
We'll say
Pilots. PPP.
Mhm.
Perfect
Yeah, PPP.
pilots. Purple, I don't know. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all come up with a tag for that or something.
All
I
right.
think we can-
Nah.
Speaking of the perfect season, y'all did complete the perfect season. So when y'all going to the White House? When's the White House visit?
We're not going to the house. We're not going to the house.
Hey,
Okay.
is there any way y'all can get closer to the mic?
Yeah. Hey, y'all get closer. Whoever's
Cannot hear
Whoever's
you.
talking needs to get in. Yeah, y'all are really
Okay.
muffled.
Turn the
Gain.
I was
turn
gonna
the
say, does the
volume.
mic have a cord where y'all can like kind of pass it around a little
Sure.
bit?
You can turn it on the back of the microphone. You can turn it up. Okay, I don't think you can turn it up that loud, but can y'all hear it?
Y'all just need to like whenever whoever's speaking just needs to like lean forward and like move in.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so White House visit happening? Not happening?
Okay, can you hear us?
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. No.
Is it good for you, Sarah?
It's a little echoey, but it's enough to make them out. So
Okay, let's move on to more questions.
I got you. Okay, I think
It's covered.
Let me know when y'all are ready.
okay. You go. Is that not low?
Okay.
No, that was
Let's see. All right, let's keep the questions moving. How did y'all win today? Simple question. How'd y'all win?
Don't wink at me. Just shut up. I can't say it because then I look like,
Oh, I got you. I got you.
One at a
That
time.
lost duelist invaded the four of us.
hold on.
That's not what I saw.
That is not what we saw. What we saw was Zach whooping the heck out of those people and catching them with their pants down every other round.
I saw multiple rounds of Zach overheating and y'all saving the round.
Ooh.
Oh, but I yelled out.
Now there were other Zach 4K. There were those rounds too.
It was a fat
Yeah,
finger.
do we have to talk about the 4K every like 3 rounds by Zach? No, that's not important. That's not important. You got like 7 4Ks. It's fine.
And an ace.
And an ace, yeah. Wait, can we talk about that 4K with the Raze ult? Holy cow!
Yeah, do it.
That was unbelievable.
I will say,
I should
if you saw it beforehand, KP softened them up.
Helped you push
He was
through.
swinging them.
you were dead.
No, I wasn't. I was beside you. I got the
Wait,
It was an 8.
wait, I think it was that. You're lying.
I wasn't lying. We pushed together because I was trying to like reach the TP over the wall, and I was like down, and then you push the ult button.
We did this on defense.
Yeah, that was a
Anyways.
defense kill for sure.
Let's
But
see.
anyway, yeah, Zach, were you surprised that you were able to snag 4 there? Because the Raze ult is so unpredictable sometimes.
Yeah, I was not expecting 4. I was expecting 3, but then I just got the 4, so I was like, I'll take it.
There you go.
And then I had to run it down for the ace.
Yeah, had to. Like, there was no other option.
Speaking of iconic moments like that, this is a question for everyone. Is there something that happened in tonight's game day that you think you'll remember forever? Anything that just really stick with you?
I was called a terrorist several times. I was told to meow. I got Zach almost threatened me with words he cannot use. A lot of, I was, a lot of mean things were said to me that I'll never forget from today.
Oh my god.
Moving on.
He learned how to smoke mid after 4 or 5 rounds.
Damn it, I started them. I sent them off.
Next
God
question.
damn
Next
it.
question. Next
Yeah, next
question.
question.
Okay, wait. Speaking of smokes, I was really hoping when I saw that Split was coming up that it was going to be a Viper pick, and I saw you hover
I was
Viper.
sure.
I just want to know if the reason that you didn't pick Viper is because Zach said, "Don't you dare."
Yeah, Zach actually told me that he would slur me up.
Wow.
I figured.
I think we're also doing double initiator too, so
I also what that got to do with me not playing Viper. Like we want to solo smoke.
We wasn't gonna have somebody else to
Well, the only pick definitely worked out for you guys.
like, nah, I'm lost to preaching.
Wait,
So,
KP, I can't hear you like at all. So whenever you talk, can you shimmy in?
Yeah, whoever.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
everyone
saying,
just send me on.
that if he would have locked the Viper, I would have played the another smoke as well. But I was like, nah, I'm locking in the breach because we need the util.
Yeah,
There
the
you go.
breach util was really good.
Also, oh, hi, Alana. I know she's behind you. Hi. Got her. Another question for y'all. In the final round, what were y'all thinking of? What were y'all thinking of?
I honestly didn't know it was.
You didn't know it was the final round?
Yeah, I don't think anyone knew about the game.
So nobody thought the final round was the final round?
I wanted the last kill. That's what I was thinking of the final. I wanted
Oh, there you go.
Personally, I was thinking about.
and I got it. So
Personally, last round, I was thinking about where I was trying to go eat.
There you go.
And what'd you get to?
I think we're going Gibbons. I think it's a Gibbons.
That's a weird.
Yes.
Enough to give
Best
a wobble
spot ever.
bring extra blue.
Gibbons is where it's at.
You're not changing.
Showing to Gibbons.
that's all you.
You're going to Gibbons just like that. Good luck, sir. Good luck.
You better tip well. That's
one-
all I'm saying.
Yeah, true. All right, one more group question, and then we'll get into individuals. Last group question for everyone to answer. Who do you dedicate this win to?
Who we what?
Who do you dedicate this win to? This is for everyone. I want to hear from everyone.
The mic cut out, but I know exactly what you said, KP.
I don't know. For me, I like to dedicate it to, Papa Gafford. They've been supporting me they've been coming to these and watching the games all the time. So Mom and Dad, if you're watching, Mom, Kayla, thank you so much for supporting me and doing this, because I know it's weird. I know y'all don't play video games like that, at least not anymore. I just appreciate you.
All right, everyone else? Actually, no, I'm gonna hear from Diana. No, KP already answered. No.
Basically, like our family and stuff like that. Honestly, and honestly, Matt too.
Absolutely.
He's
Shout
making
out
this tour
to
going.
Matt.
Yes.
So,
Shout out to Matt.
I would like
he
to
is our
thank
sponsor, so shout out to Matt for making this possible.
I'd like to thank our Valorant privilege.
This is not
All the Valorant athletes?
No, we didn't have one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can get all of the skins that give me.
Oh, is that for carrying? Okay.
That's not
You said to all the skins they gave him.
Because Diana's Rogi.
Like we were buying him guns in the round so he could have a skin to play with.
Oh yes. No,
That-
good skins win rounds. Like the
Yes.
good skins are the better skins, honestly.
Riot, you can give us some skin. Give us the gun buddy. Get us, please.
Riot, gun buddy, riot, gun buddy.
All right. Zach, your answer.
I'll dedicate it to our 2 seniors on the team, being KP and Ellie. Last semester being here, and I'm glad I could pay for the loss that we had in 2022 and actually get them the hardware and the achievement that they deserve. So
Yes.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
Are you tearing
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, I want to keep going with that. I'll start with the individual questions. Zach, for you, you in 2026, you will be the last inaugural Valorant athlete, like playing in this club. What does that make you feel? You're the last OG.
I mean, I guess we'll keep winning. We're gonna be in a harder division, but I mean, no one's gonna stop me.
What's gonna stop
Uh,
us?
I know Ellie and JP will be watching. I still have like Darius, Diana, and I can bring in the legendary infamous Caleb. I'll hold him at gunpoint. He'll have to play.
No, you definitely should pull Caleb into it. You guys would be like
He's playing. It's
unstoppable.
not even a question. He will be forced to play. I know where he sleeps. But we'll keep winning.
Okay. And for KP, you are one of the longest tenured athletes here with 4 years under your belt. Can you just, in general, just reflect on your time here after 4 long years?
Honestly, I felt like at some point we were going to get a win as far as like playoffs and stuff like that. But my ultimate goal here was to just find friends to play the game with. Because when I first got here, I was like, I don't have anybody to play with. I don't have any friends. I just went to school and then went back home. And then one day I found out that we had an esports club here, and I was like, yeah, that's me. And so I ended up finding a lot of new friends, everybody that's standing here right now, and let's be calm. Everybody that's on the stream right now and everything like that. So I really appreciate everybody for making this experience like personally great.
Mm-hmm. And for Ellie, you are graduating as the most decorated esports athlete with 8 playoff appearances. The record has been officially set. My question for you is, what does having that record mean to you, and how would you recommend others break the record in the future?
Well,
Do you want people to break it?
Huh?
Do you want people to break the record? Do you want to stay at 8?
Because, like, at the end of the day, I want this club to thrive. I want this to reach greater heights. So I'm not gonna. All right, so somebody talking to me. So I'm not gonna tell you how to break the record. I definitely want to see. Work hard, of course. Definitely work hard. Because you got big shoes to fill. Because
All right, she's acting like I'm not in second place. But like, so,
Yeah, KP is in second place with 7, so KP has second place. So, I'm telling the audience because I don't remember if we probably went over that. Next question for Diana. Diana, you were the only rookie to win a grand final. What advice would you give to any other rookies wanting to do that, win grand final, go have a legendary playoffs run?
Just keep practicing. Like I just play here.
Wait, hold on. The mic is cutting out
Wait,
really bad.
sorry,
Can you get closer?
Yeah, scoot in. Repeat what you just said.
I play here every day for 2 weeks and compete practice every day. So I'm just gonna say the practice every day and keep getting better.
Love that. And then let's see. For Darius, how do you hope this, as the club president, how do you hope this win will inspire the next generation of LSUS esports athletes?
I hope more people are like want to be here and play competitively, because I think playing competitively is like, I don't know, I find more enjoyment playing competitively. So I hope it gives more people motivation to try.
Sarah, Evan, do you have any more individual questions before we do the superlatives?
Not particularly.
I don't have any.
Evan? No? Okay. Then we'll go into the superlatives. Everyone, these are the easiest questions in the world. Everyone loves answering them. Let's start simple. What's the best play y'all had this semester?
definitely.
Y'all don't have to agree. Y'all don't have to agree together. Just call it out.
Yeah. Oh, my. Yeah.
I think it's really inspirational how my Omen can TP into the enemy 3 times in one game.
Okay, Omen was inspired by a content creator before the game, before we played today. Last night and this morning, we talked in like second. I literally typed that. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was watching, unironically, before we played today.
No, I really appreciate the confidence and stuff. Although I hate to break it to you, but it was definitely more than 3 times that he did that in these 2 games.
Across both games, it was more.
Yeah, but sometimes it
for
worked.
sure.
There was 3
Sometimes
times
it
where
works.
TP'd in front of someone and got 1 tapped, but there were many
Sometimes
more
it works.
times like TP'd in front of people.
Yeah, he did have some TPs that he got a couple kills out of it, that's for sure.
Definitely.
That's Nick. We just gotta figure out how to be.
Hold on. If we're gonna throw some shade at Darius real quick, can we point out those satchels that Zach had by sewer like the like 3rd to last round?
I mean, I got to give you content. I hopefully, as the observer, helped tap for you a few times. You can see like.
Pretty rough.
Yeah, I just that invisible wall was just really tall, and you just couldn't get over it, could you?
It's $1 billion game. There's still bugs to this day. I don't.
Yeah, bug.
Any other? Let's see. Best quote, best one-liner from anyone.
Oh,
Best what someone said. Zach,
Stream
safe, stream safe, stream safe.
I don't think say that on.
1 out of 10.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. It wasn't in the game. It wasn't in the game. Oh, can we say meow roll call game?
that cracked the hell up.
Oh,
But I was lost my ass off when I heard that.
I know. Yeah, we literally did a meow roll call. I don't know what's up with you. You're lucky I say that. I really don't.
Hey, you know, monkeys strong together, as we've always said, you know?
Right. But like, Zach Loki didn't meow, so I think he should now for the camera. Yeah. Go ahead.
Everybody quiet down.
Zach.
Go ahead.
He's gonna leave.
I think I'm doing this shit.
Let's see. Clip that. All right, moving on. Who's the most improved player between y'all? Most improved.
Player.
Yeah, going from no mouse to.
I think I went triple negative that game, unironically, and then deadlifted the enemy team the next game. I don't know. Who is it?
Well, if we're talking longevity, it's probably gonna go to Ellie. 2022, first time playing the game, could only use the stinger weirdly enough. And here we are in the big 25, and they know how to left click on some days of the week. It's inspirational, truly.
Yeah, and I actually, to that extent, you know, the very first season with Ellie, the only character she could play was Skye. Like, she could not touch another character because she would feel like she can't walk forward on it. And it's really fitting that the very last game you guys had tonight, Ellie closed it out with her Skye.
You're wrong.
Pure cinema.
Can't wait for it.
Yeah. Although luckily enough, I think Evan's actually the one that forced her off of Skye. Like, I think you're the one that was like, no, you're gonna start playing Killjoy or something else. And then I think you taught her to play Killjoy on Haven, maybe?
I started playing KO, I think.
Oh, KO. It was
Yeah.
KO. Yeah.
No, I just played after the Sky nerf. I just started playing KO all the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gotcha. Who's the MVP this semester? Who's the MVP?
Yo, shut the fuck up, Zach. But Diano, the actual most valuable player here is Diano. Because you're a rookie that put up like hella number. Like he came in as a rookie and started like dominating us at some point. You know what I'm saying? So like coming in like that and like literally topping the charts.
It's like I said. Deanum has so much guidance. That's why he's doing so well with y'all. Because y'all are 4 veterans, and everyone but Deanum before this has been to a grand finals. I knew he was in good hands.
I did not do.
No, I'm complimenting you.
You said you did great. You did great.
Yeah.
But
Let's-
I think the real brains here is Zach. You know, not that he needs any more glazing. Not that he needs.
I got Zach. I'm gonna hit Immortal in between breaks.
He does not.
Just no one pay for me.
You're looking at 24/7,
I'm gonna hit the plus,
and you might
There you
get.
go.
and that's gonna change.
Dang.
That's not even cap. No.
Yeah.
So,
Any,
real quick,
oh, go on.
I was gonna say, I just want to clarify. So, role-wise, Ellie, you're the Valorant team manager, right?
No, I'm captain.
You're the Valorant team captain. Okay, are you
What?
also the manager, or?
Yeah.
Double dips. Okay.
Okay, and then Zach is the IGL. Is that how it works?
Yeah, Zach's the IGL.
She's
Okay.
going out.
I just wanted to like get those straight because I realized I wasn't entirely sure. Because I was like,
gotcha.
I thought Ellie said that she was captain, but her thing says manager in the server, you know,
just
and then
never changed
Zach
it.
is IGLing, and so I just want to, yeah. No, that's fair. Like I never bothered to change mine after I swapped off either, so.
Any favorite memories from the season? Just in general, favorite and or funny. Just any moments you just want to shout out. Doesn't have to be from playoffs.
Zach thinking he's prime Chappelle every game.
I would probably say like the bickering between us during like mid game. Like we were also bickering during this game.
Yep.
And I had to
Heard
yell
all
at
of
you,
it.
like calm
On the back.
and clear the calm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was gonna say, before you guys joined the call, Elliot, Evan, and I were talking about arguing amongst a team because Elliot mentioned that you guys did have like some spats back and forth, you know, and to be able to not let that show in your gameplay, because you know, Evan and I couldn't hear the comms at all, but like I don't know about you, Evan, but from my point of view, like for the most part, y'all were playing so together and so well. I wouldn't have thought that there was clutter going on in those calls and stuff. So like, kudos to you
Darius
guys
is
for
losing
not
his
letting
mind.
it like shine through.
I could
and
tell
also
Darius.
what I mean by bickering, I mean like just having like little like the joke.
Ah,
Yeah, like they're joking, but like they're also serious. So it's like we don't really take anybody serious on this. We're all silly goofy.
right.
And it's these two right here.
The fact I called it for the record, I called it a spat because the whole team got involved. Like they would argue, and then everyone else would just chime in with something. It's like, okay, well now it's officially a spat because everyone's in on it now. Sarah, do you have any more questions before I do the final ones?
I don't think so. I just want to say, like, y'all worked so hard, and we are so proud of you. Like, on behalf of all of like LSUS and all the viewers and everything, like, you got the hard work. It paid off, and we're just so happy for you guys. Congratulations. That's amazing.
I just have to ask again. Y'all literally just made school history, not club history, school history. How does that feel for y'all to finally have that accomplishment in your life? Again, quite frankly.
Well, I think it's fitting. Pilots are the esports team is a very special group. You know, we're the only team that like, goes out, competes, you know, on national debate.
What are you trying to say?
You know?
He's over here.
We can't hear y'all. What's up?
Well,
Oh, we're the only club. Okay.
Are they talking to Matt? Who is outside the camera?
Yeah, but it's so in really big bold letters. It does say club.
it does.
There's club right there.
Let me clarify real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of a bar.
I don't get scholarship though. That's fine.
No, I can't hear what the person's saying off camera, but I do want to clarify, like, y'all are a club, but you are also in the category of athletes. That's why it's so hard to get jerseys, because you have to follow all these guidelines and you have to go through these specific people. So, like, you guys, like, you won for the club, but, like, you won as LSUS athletes, you know, not LSUS esports club members. You did, but, like, you're LSUS athletes who won. Just to clarify, so that's a big deal, you know.
Very big deal.
I want to say too, since we're kind of in like the both categories, I feel like since we got a perfect season, just like baseball, LSUS, y'all don't give us the perms, give us the perks. You know, we're just as good as baseball right now. You know,
White House visit.
I think scholarships would be the next step to go with that one. Please and thank you.
We'll definitely see. I have no more questions. I'm ready to sign off if you are, Sarah.
Yeah, that's good with me.
What if I hit diamond?
Hey, Ellie, KP, this being y'all's last esports game before you graduate, do y'all have anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I'm gonna always say, be bad bitches.
Yeah. Ellie, what about you?
I feel it's not that intentional. We can stop now. We can stop now.
but yeah.
Can you get closer to the camera or to the mic?
Or to the mic. Get closer.
Yeah. Dad, this is for you. You know, I know you. I'm happy to do this for you. Thanks everybody. It's been a grand time, grand 4 years. Happy to be a part of the club, the team. It's been amazing. Just meeting all these people. It's been fantastic, and I hope this club goes far beyond like what it is now. And I can't wait to see it grow.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. One last thing that I want to say is I just want to say a shout out and a thank you to everyone who's helped out with the Valorant team in one way or another, you know, from like the players that have come in the past to the past coaches that we've had. You know, Evan was a coach, the people who helped run our streams and everything, like Josue in the other room, he ran so a lot of the streams for the LSUS games in past seasons, you know, like there was Brandon,
I did too for inaugural.
Yeah, Elliot's run streams, like Jordan ran streams, and I can't name everybody because I'm sure I would forget because it's so many years, but like I just want to say thank you if you've ever helped out with the Valorant team in any way, from like a stream, running a stream, creating graphics, you know, coaching the team, even just practicing alongside the team members, you know, like having club members just play Swift Plays or comp or unrated with you, you know, like that helps practice, you know. And so just thank you to everybody, because I like it all paid off, and here we are with a Valorant win. So congratulations and thank you everyone.
All right, on that note, we will see y'all later. Bye.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
We should probably move.
We should probably mute. Okay.
Well, that's that.
Yep.
I feel awesome. That was definitely a red letter day for the school.
Yeah, that was such a fun game. I genuinely enjoyed every second of those two games. Man, what a win. And like you said, like club history, you know, it's beautiful. So I don't really have anything left to say other than like, wow, you know, congratulations to the team and the school and everybody. It's amazing.
Yes, and get ready to see me in a different hair color. That will be happening. That is confirmed. It will happen. It's not going to be bald. That's the only color I can confirm. It will not be bald.
Well, if the color fails, you can always go bald. You know. Bald. Yeah.
That is true. That'll be my my contingency plan.
Yeah, the fallback. All right. Well, thank you so much, Elliot. Thank you so much to the stream, for everybody watching.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the support and the hype that you guys have brought. You guys are amazing. And that's it. And that'll close out the LSUS Valorant season, but also
All
I
season.
think the entire
Oh,
LSUS
fall season.
esports.
We're on hiatus now. We're on hiatus.
Right. Yeah. There may be a chance of doing other streams, maybe to do like different in-club
Yeah.
events and stuff, but the esports season should pick up back in, I think it's mid-February.
February 2026.
Yeah, so for more esports games, you can check back mid-February and we'll be streaming them again. And yeah, so we'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.
If you want more LSUS esports action, all the game days are in this channel. You're literally watching this channel right now. If you want to watch more Valorant, it literally goes all the way from 2022. So if you need more LSUS esports, like, you're literally here.
Right. Hit subscribe. It's free, you know?
Yes, it's actually free. We're not on Twitch anymore.
YouTube. But anyway.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, ring the bell. Turn on notifications. But yeah, thank you, Elliot, for all the work that you've put into the graphics and the interviews and everything. I really appreciate it. The whole club appreciates it. And
I appreciate you running the stream in the first place, because I can't do it from where I'm at. So you're the one that actually got it to the masses. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Evan, for casting with her.
It was a pleasure.
It really was fun. Like that was great. But okay, yeah, we should sign off. I could keep talking all night.
Me too.
Anyway, well, thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys in the spring. So everybody, hope you have a great night. And we will see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations, LSUS Valorant.